2017. Let's talk about it. Anderson County was undefeated and had reached the quarterfinals to face fellow undefeated foe, Greenville. The two teams had met as regular season opponents the previous 2 years, with the Green Devils winning big both times. It was different this time. Those two regular season losses were awarded to Mavs teams that won just 3 games in those respective seasons. Stanton Martin had emerged as a star at quarterback, and his team had already scored a school record number of points entering that game. This was a showdown that was talked about all over the state of Tennessee, and many believed, probably rightfully so, that the winner would go on to win a state championship. Martin ended up tearing his ACL, MCL, and LCL on the very first drive of that game. Heroically, the junior stayed in, throwing for 368 yards and 4 touchdowns, but also 4 interceptions. Even without being 100%, he still almost led his team to victory, but AC fell 35-31. After that, Greenville cruised to a state title. Martin had surgery, got better, returned to star his senior year. Once again, the quarterfinals would see these two undefeated programs vie for a shot at the semifinals. Martin was a Mr. Football finalist for the second straight year, but this particular matchup wasn't close, as the Green Devils led 42-7 at halftime and went on to win 42-21. In 2019-2020, Greenville won in the second round. In 2021, Anderson County finished 6-6, its worst record since 2016, and got beat by eventual state runner-up Elizabethton in round 2. The Mavs were sick of Region 1 spoiling their chances at a state championship. In 2022, Davy Gillum's team exercised those demons, first by beating Betsy in round 2, and then by finally getting by Greenville in round 3. And they took frustration out on their opponent that night, winning by a score of 38-7. They got their state championship too, but guess who they faced in the quarterfinals the next year, last season? Greenville. Guess who won? Greenville, 28-17. So who do they play tonight in the third round of the playoffs? Greenville. Was the 2022 season a one-off conclusion, or does AC deserve a seat at the table of dynasty and greatness? Maybe we find that out tonight on your OEB Law Game of the Week, day or night, 24/7. Someone will be there to answer and give you a free consultation and get to work on your case immediately. Call 865-546-1111 or visit the website full of helpful information, recintoacheck.com. That's OEB Law. It's that time again as we welcome you to a highly anticipated edition of the OEB Law Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by a man the kids call Based, but mostly only when he's playing music, doctor, friend, coach, Dan Shoemaker. Coach, all these quarterfinals games are exciting as teams play for a chance to practice on Thanksgiving, but something about the story in this one makes it one of the best matchups of the entire playoffs, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree, Aaron. Time's going to tell ultimately, but there seems to be a change in the air. Anderson County seems to have developed into that next-level program. From Region 1, Greenville has been that next-level program for some time. In 2022, we saw a shift in the wind with AC winning the gold ball. Tonight, they are on a mission to prove that 2022 season was not a fluke, but a step on the way to greatness. Tonight, we'll see the next chapter written in this story.
That's Dan Shoemaker. I'm Aaron Harvey. While I'm extremely excited about our game tonight, there are others in our area that we'll tell you about as well before we come back and preview this one. Stick around for that. It's pregame at Anderson County on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team that gets the job done. It's Ford commercial truck season at Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, where our strong lineup is built for power and performance. Step up your game in this new 24 F-150 4x4 Super Crew, $46,997. At 250 cargo van, $50,950. 24 Ford Maverick XLT Hybrid, $28,929.
Local you trust, performance you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
Kathy Mae Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy Mae Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Harvey with Dan Shoemaker. We're both giddy about this one, but let's talk about one that we'd be every bit as excited about if we were doing it, and I'm talking about Oliver Springs at Coalfield. We carried that game last season, which saw Oliver Springs overcome the regular season champ, Coalfield 20-13. Can they do it again? I don't know. We'll see. This time last week, we expected to already have a conclusion to that game, as it was going to be played on by the Rivalry Thursday crew, but Oliver Springs opted out of that following their win against Rockwood, citing nagging injuries. That got some chirping going on social media, which threw gasoline onto the burning passion that was already hot enough to prep a branding iron. I'm a huge proponent of sportsmanship, but I'm also a huge fan of smack talk as a lover of entertainment. And, something else kind of special about this one, as Oliver Springs self-reported a violation for playing an ineligible player against Rockwood in their win last week. He was ineligible because he's playing in a secondary league, and you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, you can't be on 2 rosters.
You cannot. TSSAA comes down, and they said, hey, this used to be a game where you would forfeit the game, and there would be no winner to that contest, and Coalfield would move on, but they said they have since changed that law, and the punishment doesn't go to the entire team. It goes to that one player who I'm guessing is not going to play tonight. So back to the storyline of this one. The Bobcats avenged a regular season loss last time. Can they do it again, or will Coalfield be avenging the quarterfinal loss from last season?
Well, as you and I both know, Aaron, there is no love lost between these two programs. Both programs are from very proud communities, and these communities love to talk about their football team and the other one too, as we saw on Coach T and other places. And yes, there is some smack being laid down about this matchup. First, the game was originally supposed to be on Thursday night. If both teams made it to round 3, Mark Packer and the Rivalry Thursday crew were all excited to bring that matchup to the Knoxville area. Then that changed as the Bobcats decided that they didn't want to do that, and they moved it back to Friday. Second, these teams are fairly evenly matched, and they know each other very well. That familiarity can breed contempt sometimes. And last, these teams have taken on the personalities of their head coaches. I coached against both of them. I know they were both hard-nosed football players in their time, and both these teams have taken on that personality as well. I think this will be a great game, but all you in the audience need to watch our matchup, and we'll check into WECO for scoring updates for you and let you know how that one's going.
Yeah, the winner of that game goes to the semifinals to play the winner of Clay County and South Pittsburgh. Moving on to 2A now, it's Bledsoe County and York round 2. For the Warriors, this is their first trip to the quarterfinals since 1983 and only the third time making it here in school history. A win would put them in the semifinals for the first time ever. For York here lately, this is just business as usual. The Dragons have been to the semifinals the last 2 seasons and would love to get back after coming up 5 points shy of a state championship appearance a season ago. York won the first time around 20-7. If I had to pick a winner, it'd be the Dragons, but it could go the other way if the Warriors come out to play.
Yeah, that's a great movie reference. I remember that movie when it was in the theaters a long time ago. And like the Warriors in the movie, the Bledsoe County Warriors will have a long way to go to get back home with that win. The question for me is, how will the Bledsoe County Warriors react on the big stage? York has been on that big stage. Bledsoe County, this is kind of new for them. This is a new level of playoff success, and how they handle that success will determine a lot tonight for them. Clay County and South Pittsburgh, that one's a little bit of a mystery to me. Both teams are coming in 10-2. The Bulldogs look to avenge a loss from last year of 58-0.
Ooh.
South Pittsburgh is playing well. We'll be interested to follow that one as the evening progresses tonight.
Westmoreland or Marion County await the winner of that game in 3A. Why are we even talking about 3A? Alcoa has made this conversation rather boring. The Tornadoes are going to defeat Gatlinburg-Pittman tonight in a game that will most likely see a running clock in the second half. I think the more interesting game here is the one a smidge outside of our area, and that's Meigs County at Sequatchie County. If you're a high school football fan in East Tennessee, then you kind of just expect the Tigers of Meigs to always be formidable. Sequatchie County, though, has double-digit wins for just the second time since 1996. A win tonight would put the Indians in the semifinals for just the second time in school history. Could be a good one tonight in Dunlap.
Yeah, Meigs County is a familiar name to most folks, but Sequatchie County, they're moving really in uncharted territory. The team from Dunlap may not have enough to make a difference in this one, but either way, the bad news is the winner will host Alcoa next week, and that's never an easy task.
It is not. And you may remember, by the way, that Coalfield's only loss of the season is to Sequatchie County, one of the final 8 teams currently remaining in Class 3A, and that only happened on a late field goal to break a 14-14 tie. But anyway, we've gone through half of the classification so far, and we'll do the back half and preview our game tonight between Anderson County and Greenville a little later. This is the pregame show on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a checks. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
(1952). That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Ray Varner Ford and Clinton's strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Experience quality and value in this pre-owned 2020 Lincoln Nautilus Reserve, $29,946. Pre-owned 2024 Ford Maverick, $39,990. 2023 Ford Expedition Platinum 4x4, $67,970. Local you trust, pre-owned vehicles you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Harvey with Dan Shoemaker at Anderson County as kickoff inches closer to tonight's game between the Mavs and Green Devils of Greenville. Let's continue previewing the games in our area, which brings us to 4A. We'll talk a lot more about our game tonight in a few minutes, but it's very possible that whoever wins tonight will end up holding a gold ball in 2 weeks. But the semifinals game won't be easy, as the opponent will be either White County or Macon County on the road. Both of those teams are 10-2. Lots of good football still yet to be played in 4A.
Yes, you're exactly right, Aaron. During the regular season, White County held the advantage over the Tigers. Looking at total points scored, though, Macon County, has averaged about 9 points better per game. Macon County has to make that trip tonight, and I believe that White County will be favored at home. The last time they played, the score was 34-18 in favor of White County. I suspect that it'll be a closer game this time.
Okay, so in 5A, Powell is at West in a rematch from the regular season. Is what I would be saying if I had incorrectly assumed that Powell being up by 14 over Sevier County with 3 minutes left in that one meant that the Panthers went on to win. What a comeback by the Smoky Bears. They were backed up inside their 5-yard line, hit a few chunk plays to score, recovered an onside kick, scored again, lined up to kick the extra point. There was a penalty on Powell moving the ball to the 1-yard line. They went for 2 and got it. But they left time on the clock, and the Panthers have a Mr. Football semifinalist kicker. It got scary at the end as Powell got to about the opposing 30 before undefeated Sevier County quarterback picked off a Deuce Rogers throw that ended the game. The game tonight is at West. It should also be one fit for the Ocho.
Yeah, so much excitement in that game last week. I thought Powell would be here tonight playing as well. But alas, the fickle finger of fate prevailed, and the Smoky Bears moved on to the next round while Powell got their basketball season started. West has outscored their opponents in the first 2 rounds 97-15. That's an impressive number to me. While Sevier County comes in with a ton of confidence after that win last week, I suspect that West will continue to roll into the next round.
Yeah, whoever wins that game will play the winner of Oak Ridge and East Hamilton. The Wildcats have been up and down all year, but, man, Coach Rank's program has a legitimate shot at a semifinals, which is incredible. Briefly, we'll talk about 6A. Bearden's at Maryville tonight. It wasn't even close the first time around, but the Bulldogs are full strength now. Still, I expect the Rebels to prevail.
Yeah, Wildcat Nation is in full swing. They are rejoicing in the playoffs after a bit of a rocky start. Coach Rang and his staff have figured some things out, and they've played some really close wins in the first 2 rounds. I suspect this game will be close as well, maybe too close to call. I would have to call this one a toss-up personally. Bearden at Maryville is classic 6A football, classic matchup. While I feel this one will be closer, I see Maryville outpacing the Bulldogs at the end.
We've officially reached under 10 minutes on the clock. I'm looking at it right now. We're at about 9 minutes and 20 seconds before we kick this thing off here. It's Anderson County. It's Greenville. I think this is the best game in the state tonight, and I am privileged and honored to be able to bring it to the viewers as we are about to kick off the quarterfinals in 4A. It is Greenville at Anderson County. We will preview that matchup when we get back to your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Are you going to miss all the fireworks?
Oh, no, we can't do that. No, we can't. We can't go to break right now. Or else we would miss the greatest show on turf.
There you go. And this truly is remarkable.
Russ.
So I was doing some analysis earlier, and I was looking at just some stats over the last 3 years, 2021 through 2023, and then a little bit of 2024. But what I found, going through the progression of the playoffs, the state champion across all public school classifications outscores its opponents by about 28 points. The state champion does. The basically, what I found is that if you can outscore your opponents by 14 and well, not outscore your opponents, but the average across the entire season is about 23 points per game scored. If you can score 37, then you're on the right track. But the average given up is 24. So if you can hold your opponent to about 10, you're state champion material.
Yeah, defense wins championships. And we often talk about those point differentials, how many scored versus how many points allowed. And that was always a big metric that I used to kind of gauge how well my defense was playing. How many points were we giving up? You know, I really didn't worry about total yards. I worried about points because you can give up a lot of yards, bend but don't break. That's how many touchdowns are you giving up.
Oh, you hear the air horns.
Hear the air horns. Feel the excitement.
I'm just going to, when they get this show started, I'm going to shut up and let you enjoy it.
Here they come.
And look at that. Folks, this is high school football. Wow.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That ain't just a few bottle rockets.
No, and it's still going. Guys, Greenville has a Mr. Football semifinalist at running back in Carson Quillen. Anderson County has one at running back as well in Waylon LaRue. Greenville has one loss in the season falling to Alcoa. Anderson County has one loss to West, a 5A power that has state title hopes. This is as even of a matchup on paper as you'll see across the state tonight, but there's history that makes this game compelling as well. Greenville has been the big brother to AC, besting them in the playoffs 5 of the last 6 meetings. 3 of those 6 meetings saw the winner go on to win a state title, and that could happen again this time around. Greenville relies heavy on its run game. Quillen is the first option. Quarterback Caden Baugh is the second. Baugh's also thrown for 1,300 yards and 18 touchdowns. But if the Anderson County defense can't get off the field, the Green Devils can chew clock and keep the Maverick offense from getting into a rhythm. But if AC's offense can get going, watch out because it is prolific. Senior quarterback Landon Hensley has thrown for 2,400 yards and 28 touchdowns. But the Mr. Football semifinalist is the running back. One of these defenses will get the game ball tonight and propel their team one step closer to Chattanooga.
Yeah, these teams are fairly evenly matched when we look at the individual statistics. Quillen for Greenville is averaging 10.6 yards a carry, while LaRue is averaging 10.4 for Anderson County. LaRue has scored 29 touchdowns, while Quillen has scored 32. On paper, the running games look fairly even to me. The biggest difference tonight will be in the throw game. That is where I think the difference will be tonight, and that's what I'm going to look for. Also, the team that can get their defense on track early and press in the special teams, I think will likely find success.
Anderson County averaging 43.8 points per game. Greenville is averaging 48.5, which, by the way, is third best in the state of Tennessee across all classifications. Anderson County giving up 15 points per game. Greenville giving up 7.5. That said, Anderson County's probably had the tougher schedule, which evens those numbers up a little bit. Common opponents, Anderson County beat Gibbs by 43. Greenville beat them by 38. Both teams beat Northview Academy 56-7, that exact score. AC beat Carter 42-7. The Green Devils won that game 56-7. The Mavs beat Elizabethton last week 54-14, while Greenville won that game 41-7. Taking all of the data into consideration, it's hard to give either team a clear advantage. If anything, maybe playing at home gives the Mavericks a leg up.
Yeah, I think that Maverick Stadium mojo does offer an advantage. The home crowd, the atmosphere, staying in your routine is so important. About those stats, though, my good friend and mentor Dallas Davis told me as a young coach many years ago, the most important stat is the score when the clock clicks down to 0 in the fourth quarter. Looking at point differentials, home and away records, common opponents can give you some great insight, but the bottom line is who's leading at the end of the fourth quarter. In this one, I really don't know. These teams are very evenly matched.
Amen to that. Coach Dallas Davis was very, very right. That is the only thing that matters. That's the only stat is what that score is at the end of the game when the clock hits zeros. Interesting to note, Coach Gillum has as many wins against Eddie Spradlin of Greenville as he has against one Dan Shoemaker, which is one. Coach Spradlin is 2-1 in the series, and all three of those games have been big ones. Let's make it 4 tonight. It may be cold outside, but there are armies of butterflies in the pits of stomachs on both sidelines. This is the type of game that makes it into the school lore for generations to come. Every player is going to be hyped, but has to stay composed in order to meet the moment.
Yeah, the reminder of coaching records takes me back a ways. I am 0-1 versus Coach Gillum. I am proud to say that. He was at Scott County my first year as a head coach, and Wartburg opened the season there in 2008. And, yes, we lost to a pretty good Highlander team. There was no pressure then. In the quarterfinals, both of these teams know they got to win to advance. The butterflies feel about the size of fruit bats. You hope as a head coach or as a coordinator your preparation is good, but the nerves, they're real.
So we just saw the coin toss. Anderson County wins. They elect to receive the football. I think if Greenville had won the toss, I think they also would have elected to receive the football. Both teams want to get their offenses started early to set the tone in this one, I do believe. All right, Coach, we got to turn our attention to you. It's time for this week's edition of Dr. Dan's Do's and Don'ts.
I think it's pretty simple this week. For Greenville, they need to establish the run and control that line of scrimmage on offense. Defense, I think they need to contain the AC offense and don't give up those big plays, not those long runs like we saw last week against Elizabethton. For Anderson County, defensively, win on first down, get to 3rd and long, make them predictable. And then on offense, they need to spread the ball around to their playmakers and get everybody going, being a part of this thing, and just roll.
So you heard it from Coach Dan Shoemaker. I am so pumped for this game.
The greatest show on turf.
Yeah.
And when I first came over, I didn't necessarily believe that. I'd heard that, but I'm impressed. Yeah. Mark me impressed.
Yes. Myself as well. It's funny. The first time I did a game here, I was looking forward to it so much. I was like, man, I've heard so much about this, the fireworks and everything. But there was the conditions were not favorable for fireworks because they were in a drought.
Fire hazards, yes.
Yeah, and so they couldn't set off fireworks first time I was here, which was a huge bummer. As we get set for the kickoff, which is brought to you tonight once again by the UA Local 102 Plumbers and Steamfitters Union in Knoxville. Find more information at ualocal102.org. Maybe you've seen the brand new training center there on Illinois Avenue, right next to Sexton Automotive. That's nice.
I've seen it. I didn't know what that was.
That's a lot nicer than the training center that that I had to attend. But all right, here's the kickoff, and it will be returned from about the 4.
It's got a little room.
Yeah, getting upfield. That's Trent Strickland, and Strickland is brought down.
Anderson County will take over at their own 27-yard line. Hensley brings out his hooligans.
Mr. Richie No tells us the ball is at the 27-yard line.
He's got a good eye. 28, maybe. Yeah.
It's the 28. He was close. He was off by a couple feet.
Missed it by that much.
That's right. So we start our game with the Hammers 1st and 10 for Anderson County. Hensley with LaRue in the backfield with him. 3 wide receivers to the right. Fakes the handoff. Hensley on the keeper. That's an interesting play call on play number 1. We don't see Hensley do that a lot.
No, I think they were trying to catch the Green Devils asleep a little bit, kind of see what their reaction is.
So Hensley gets across the 31. That'll be a pickup of 3 to make it 2nd and 7. Running out of the pistol set this time. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
Greenville's kind of got a 4-1 box right there with a 5-man box. You want to run the ball.
Yeah, and the option play goes to LaRue. LaRue's got the sideline. He's got enough for a Hammers 1st and 10 across the 40, down to about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice adjustment. Greenville had really adjusted to the trip set to the top, so the option outnumbered the Greenville defense into the boundary.
Anderson County quickly up to the line, and they will snap it this time. Hensley back to pass, looks over the middle, the pass is complete to Evan Pyatt across the Greenville 40 down to the 39 for another Hammers 1st and 10.
Nice pass right there. He fits it right into the open window. Really tight window right there. That's a nice pass.
You can't really see it much, as much on your television screen, but man, these helmets for Greenville are so shiny.
They are shiny.
A quick pitch out to LaRue. LaRue is going to be dragged down for a loss of about 3.
Yeah, they just got outnumbered on the edge right there. There weren't enough blockers to get the corner.
So a first negative play for Anderson County gets them behind the sticks.
We had good protection earlier.
Empty set this time. 2 wide receivers
to
the right.
See what they're kind of drops into sort of 4-man front.
And Hensley, quarterback draw, and he's got a lot of room. Slides down, and he's hit afterwards.
Yeah, he slid and got popped.
I don't see a flag, but there absolutely should have been, in my opinion.
Yeah, it kind of popped him right up around the head, looks like.
We see the Chuck Fleischman replay.
Yeah, he was kind of head hunting just a little bit.
He's going down. That wasn't a last-second thing. That's a missed call by the officials. 3rd and 3, another option play. Pitch goes to LaRue. He tries to get the outside, and he will be tackled just shy of the 30, and that will put him about a yard shy of the line to gain.
It gives him, 4th down?
Option left picks up a yard, brings up 4th down.
4th and 2. That's what the sticks are showing me.
Yeah, that's about 4th and 1.5. And Anderson County about made Greenville jump off sides. Sent LaRue in motion to the right. They got a bunch formation lined up to the right as well, tight to the line.
Our left guard moved. That was terrible.
Eye on the play clock.
Yep, 5 seconds on it. LaRue in motion again. Hensley, quarterback keeper again. And Hensley, it's going to be close.
I think he's short.
If the line's judge puts it where he said it was, it is going to be short. And Anderson County will turn the football over on downs. What's interesting about this first drive for Anderson County, all the runs for Hensley, Caden Ball, the starting quarterback for Greenville, as I mentioned in the pregame, is the second leading rusher on this team, and he will run the football a lot off of draw plays that look exactly like that. So Anderson County looked like they might have been trying to mirror the Greenville offense just a little bit. First play of the game, Ball sends Quillen in motion, and Ball will keep it off the right side. He's got some running room up to about the 38-yard line. A pickup of about 8 will make it 2nd and 2.
Yeah, they use motion to try to lighten the box a little bit. Anderson County's staying in six-man box right there because they know the run's coming. And they're trying to make those adjustments out of the back end with the secondary.
Baden now, or Ball rather, with Quillen right behind him. Quillen gets the carry, crosses the 40, gets up to about the 42. That's enough for a Hammers 1st and 10.
Yeah, that was just a little old power. Let's run off tackle a little bit.
But not before they get a 1st and 10.
And you're going to see heavy doses tonight of Ball and Quillen running the football.
I think so. I expect to see that zone read quite often tonight.
So this time, Quillen lines up to the right of Ball. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff goes to Quillen, and Quillen picks up a yard to make it 2nd and 9.
We're going to see play action off of that same set right there because Anderson County was really tight to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to try to get one-on-one on the outside and take a shot.
Yeah, Ball, the junior quarterback, has thrown for about 1,300 yards. It's not a lot, but that's actually pretty good for a team that primarily wants to run the football.
Exactly.
And Ball will drop back to pass under pressure. Lets it go. He's got a man on the fly and overthrows him by about 2 yards.
Yeah, he had a couple of steps out there.
Overthrown to 5, brings up 3rd down and 9.
Trying to get Taryn Clarity.
Yeah, Clarity had a couple steps right there.
Now, Ball was hit about the time he threw that football.
Yeah.
So that certainly doesn't help. The officials sending a player off the field. Not sure what's going on there.
Maybe an injury or something.
Yeah.
It's the crowd is cranked up and loud.
Timeout, Green Devils.
So Greenville will take a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. While you wait, check out their inventory at pattersonsappliances.com.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker. Greenville out of the timeout. And so far, we have seen Anderson County drive the ball down to about the 30-yard line and turn it over on downs at that point. Greenville has taken over. They have gotten 1 first down, and now they face a 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9. I'm sure Anderson County's going to dial up a little pressure here.
Yeah, and look for Ball to maybe run a draw here. They like running that. And Ball's under pressure. He's going to be sacked. Brought down for a loss of about 4. And that will make it 4th down, and Greenville will have to punt after picking up just 1 first down on that drive.
Yeah, Anderson County brought stunt to the offensive left side of Greenville. Brought the extra rusher that were able to get home, get to the quarterback.
Cole Franklin back to punt for Greenville. Trent Strickland back deep to receive for Anderson County. And this punt is a low spiral taken by Strickland at the 25 on a fair catch, and that is where Anderson County will have a Hammers 1st and 10 for their 2nd drive of the game. So you came to Wartburg about, what'd you say, 92?
92 was my first year in Wartburg, yes, sir.
Okay, do you remember Coalfield ever wearing white helmets?
Yes.
They're doing it tonight.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, that is a major throwback.
They're pulling it out, yeah.
1st and 10, Hensley hands off to LaRue. And LaRue gets 2.
About 2. They're kind of sitting on that right there.
2 gets 2.
Brought down after a pickup of 3, brought down by number 6.
No, they're going to give him 3. So that make it a 2nd and 3.
Going tempo.
Yeah,
tempo.
Hensley in the pistol sends LaRue out in motion, and then over the middle, that pass is not caught by Israel Small. Great defense that time. What did they do? Did they blow it dead?
Offsides.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why Anderson County snapped it so quickly.
Okay.
So
that was tempo.
Yeah. So that will make it a 2nd and 2 instead. Did you see the Chuck Fleischman replay? Play that didn't count, and Small got punished a little bit.
Small still got hit.
Thomas Lawler delivered the blow.
It's going to be a physical ball game.
It will.
And everybody knows that coming in. Both of these teams will get after you.
3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Anderson County. LaRue in the backfield behind the quarterback. Pistol set. Clock winds, 2nd and 2 now. And another option play goes to LaRue. He's got enough for the Hammers 1st and 10.
First down. Look good. I mean, it's not a huge play. It's not that 80-yard run, but it moves the sticks, gets you to first down.
Picks up our 3rd first down of the evening.
So Hensley now on this Hammers 1st and 10. And here's that Chuck Fleischman replay. LaRue got about an extra yard after that first down. Hensley empty set again. Drops back to pass under pressure. Lets this one go. We've got a fly route for LaRue. LaRue catches it.
He's got it.
All the way up to the 23-yard line, and another Hammers 1st and 10.
I want to talk about that route just a little bit. LaRue got back to the numbers to give himself space to work to the outside, and the ball is placed very, very well toward the sidelines. Great throw and catch right there.
Beautiful. So on the first drive for Anderson County, the Mavericks got to the 30-yard line, and now on this drive, they are down to the 23. So they have advanced 7 more yards.
That was a really nice throw and catch. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's great.
And we got a reverse, a flea flicker, and the ball is on the ground, and Greenville has recovered.
Oh, my goodness.
Trying to set up the flea flicker, and Hensley couldn't handle the pitch back, and that was recovered by Jackson Nichols.
Yeah. Yeah, the pitch, and then he hits back to Hensley. He's bobbled the ball just a little bit. It gets away.
Oh, man, you could see on that Chuck Fleischman replay his eyes were up. He had a receiver.
Oh, yeah,
he was ready to throw that football and just didn't secure that pitch back. And so we have the first turnover of the game.
Yeah, those turnovers can hurt you.
Especially in a game like this. Anderson County adjusts its defense for this heavy set from Greenville. Handoff goes to Quillen. And Quillen picks up 5 on that Hammers 1st and 10.
Almost a goal line 6-2 look right there for the Mavericks.
Yeah, those dudes need to grab ankles. That was terrible.
Again, staying in that heavy set. Base 50 front right there.
Handoff goes to Quillen again, and Quillen breaks through the line, and he's got what looks to be enough for the first down. And he does.
Yeah, they're moving the chains.
Not before the Green Devils pick up another first down.
Nothing fancy about that. That's just old school football.
That's just old school smash mouth football right there.
Handoff, Quillen again, and Quillen breaks into the secondary. Advances the football up to the 30 of Anderson County, and Greenville is in business.
Yeah, hit a seam inside. Anderson County brought the stunt, but they were able to catch that seam right there. And then the safety having to make the tackle.
That wasn't a big hole to go into, but
Quillen
fit himself in there.
No. A good running back doesn't need but 6 inches of daylight.
Handoff, Quillen again. And again, this is Greenville football. This is what they do. Pick up a 4 on that Hammers 1st and 10, makes it 2nd and 6.
Yeah, you remember in the do's and don'ts I talked about winning on first down, getting Greenville to 3rd and long. Greenville's winning on first down right now.
Ball. Going to keep it this time, and Anderson County was ready.
That was a nice play.
A loss of 3 will make it 3rd and 9.
It brings them 3rd down.
3rd down, 3rd and long. That's where you want to be is the defense.
Get the cowbells going, baby. Let's go.
It is awfully loud here on 3rd down.
Yes, it is. Greenville tries a pistol set of its own now. Handoff goes to Quillen. He breaks it out to the left side, and he's up the sideline, heading for the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Greenville. The Green Devils strike first.
Yeah, ran that one into the boundary.
And that entire drive was just a heavy dose of Quillen.
Yeah, it really was. He breaks a tackle on the edge right there, and then it's over.
So the extra point is up, and it is good. So with 3:01 left to go in this first quarter, Greenville takes the lead first, 7-0 on the OEB Law Game of the Week.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week as we get set for another kickoff here, sponsored by the UA Local 102 out of Knoxville. Reminding you that there is no substitute for UA skilled craftsman Aaron Harvey, now being joined by Tim Elrod of OEB Law, and that's not how you wanted the first score of the game to go, especially with Anderson County threatening twice.
Yeah, this is a fourth quarter ball game, big ball game. You know, this is the easiest path to the state. It goes through Greenville, I suppose. But let's see if they can set up the wall this time.
Yeah, this is Waylon LaRue on the return, and LaRue runs out of bounds. See where they spot it. They'll give him the 25, so that's where Anderson County's last drive started.
Right. So big ball game, packed house tonight. You know, I always love to see that. What an entrance by the Mavs. You got to see that, got to experience that. You guys are kind of becoming accustomed to it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's possible to become accustomed to it exactly. It's
Well, it feels like I'm glad you guys have come up here and broadcast these games. I think it's great. They have just run that quarterback draw, seems like, all night.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if they're trying to set something up.
Well, they set a little bit too much up on the last drive, you know, with all the trickery that was going on there. I mean, there was 3 pitchbacks. I mean, 2 would have been enough.
And empty set again, this time 4 wide receivers to the right of Hensley. He takes a snap, and this is going to be a wide receiver screen, and that is complete to Pyatt. And Pyatt gets close to a first down, but he'll be a yard, looks like a yard shy.
Big-time throw by Hensley there. I mean, if you look, I mean, that's from hash mark to sideline and on the go. And then you see that Chuck Flashman replay, just played through the blocks, you know, quick, easy. Looked like 9 yards. Here we go on the other side.
Yeah, and Hensley quickly gets it out to Strickland. Strickland has the sideline and is tackled finally at the 34-yard line of Greenville. And again, Anderson County on the Greenville side of the field, they've lived there in like their first 3 drives, but have come up empty. Let's see if they can change that this time around.
Certainly, it appears right now, Anderson County's got their number on defense, and, Quillen is a player. So
yeah, he is. This time LaRue with the handoff.
Big hit.
Yeah, LaRue picks up 2 to make it 2nd and 8.
These are 2 of the biggest lines I think we've seen all year collectively. I mean, there is a lot of beef out there in the trenches. I mean, those guys are huge.
And a diamond set at the top side of the screen. Hensley fakes it, passes it in the end zone to Trent Strickland. Touchdown, Anderson County. 33-yard strike from Hensley. And Anderson County is an extra point away from tying it up.
Yeah, welcome to the quarterfinals, Greeneville, Anderson County. This is a heavyweight match. This is going to go into the fourth quarter. Just an explosive play after explosive play by Anderson County puts them down there, and next thing they got the ball in. So, this is going to be an interesting matchup as this thing plays out.
Oh, my goodness. Just seeing on that Chuck Flashman replay a killer pump fake from Landon Hensley.
That was a tight pump fake, too.
Yeah.
I mean, those shoulders went back, and he just drilled that thing.
It froze the defense and allowed Strickland to find a hole. And got in there. That was a great strike. And Anderson County finally gets the payoff. They've had 3 possessions. They've been on Greenville's side of the field all 3 times and finally scored to tie this thing up, which comes, a minute 39 after Greenville just scored. So
yeah.
That was fast.
Yeah, well, Anderson County, when you look at their offense this year, it has matured over the course of the season. Hensley, a transfer in from Campbell County, Dorton on the line, that solidified that line. It's big anyway. Israel Smalls on the edge catching balls. And then, of course, you've got LaRue, with a jetpack on his back. So, I mean, very, very dangerous offense. I think it's easy to overlook them. But, that's not taking anything away from Greenville. They live and die on the run. That's no big secret. Quillen is the workhorse there. And that quarterback's no slouch either. And they have that beef up front. This is a fourth quarter ball game.
I'll tell you what's interesting about this one as we get set for another kickoff sponsored by the UA Local 102, Plumbers and Steamfitters Union out of Knoxville. Reminding you that there is no substitute for UA skilled craftsmen. You've got this offense that it's prolific always. But tonight, normally they'll come up to the line and then they'll wait, get the call from the sideline before they snap the football. They're not doing that tonight. They are running actual tempo offense, and it's making a difference. As
he's fumbled twice. That oh my goodness, Richie knew. Well, we can hear Richie know.
Yeah.
That's one of the great things about Anderson County. We have a lot of entertainment. Let's get that Chuck Flashman replay up there.
Yeah, so that's Zayden Anderson on the return. And
well, he bobbled it.
He bobbled it. And
all right.
Right here, it goes to the ground.
All right.
And then tries to turn it upfield, and now he's in a bad way.
Ball's
Fumbles
out.
it right there.
But looks like it comes right back to him.
Yeah, that's a lucky
break.
Right
back to him.
Lucky break.
Well.
So Greenville will have the Hammers 1st and 10, ball at the 17-yard line. Carson Quillen in the backfield. Does not get the handoff. Instead, ball with the keeper.
Look at that line.
And the line
move.
still.
Yeah.
Looks like they'll give him 4, and we'll have 2nd and 6.
That's the one thing about the Greenville-Anderson County game. Greenville always travels well, and I know for those folks up there, they've kind of had a tough run of it. And I know some of the things that Anderson County did for them. Taking the water up there, and let's see if he gets something. Well,
this time Quillen stopped in the backfield.
Yeah, so communities support communities, and but when they strap it on and get on the field, boy, they play hard, and I'm so glad we could do this broadcast with you and BBB 12 and the doctor there and all the crew, because there's probably people up in Greene County right now tuned into this.
I am stoked to be here. It is. I said it in the pregame. I'm gonna say it again. It is an honor to be here, to be able to call this game. This is the best game in the state of Tennessee tonight, and that is how the first quarter will come to an end. Anderson County answers Greenville, so now 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. So Tim Elrod, thank you for having us. I'm just so grateful. We're a week away from Thanksgiving. I am thankful for the opportunity to be here and bring this game to the homes, the phones of anybody who's interested in this one. Because if you're a high school football fan but your team is out of the playoffs, what better game to watch tonight than this one?
Oh, sure. It's a broad fan base there. You get into the Tri-Cities, all them schools know about Greenville. And whether they're 6A down to 1A up there, and all the Knox County schools, they all know about Anderson County too, and they know that when they come to play, they come to play.
So here's that Chuck Fleischman replay of how Anderson County tied this thing up. So I'm going to let you go and let you enjoy this one. And I know you want to get it out of your system, so go ahead and give us a Go Mavs.
Go Mavs.
There you go.
Go Mavs.
So
hope you enjoy the show.
Appreciate it. Tim Elrod.
See ya.
Of OEB Law. Again, just appreciate OEB Law for all the support that they give us, allow us to come here and do these games. And like I said, I'm just stoked for this one. As Greenville, to start the second quarter, faces a 3rd and 6. Baugh will have 3 to the right, 1 to the left, and a flag comes out. And we've got a false start on Greenville, so they will be backed up 5 more yards, and we'll have a 3rd and 11 instead. And while we've got that, I'll give you an opportunity, or I've got an opportunity to give you some scores of interest. Oliver Springs scores first on Coalfield. They are up 7-0. Last I heard, Oak Ridge was up on McMinn County 3-0. 3rd and 11. Baugh setting up the screen. No, he ain't. Sacked.
Wow, too much pressure right there. Too much pressure. Got them 3rd and long, and they get predictable, and that's the result.
Hey, Dan Shoemaker.
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 20, and Greenville's going to have to punt this out of the Green Devil end zone. So that's a tough spot. Back deep to receive for the Mavericks, Trent Strickland and Cole Franklin. Back to punt this one away for Greenville. A low wobbly spiral will take a good Greenville bounce, and it will roll dead at the Greenville 49-yard line. So Anderson County will have a Hammers 1st and 10 on the Greenville side of the field, which means that they've had 4 possessions, Anderson County has, and they've been on Greenville's side of the field every single one of them.
Yeah, this is short field. This could be a problem for Greenville if they can't get the stop. Anderson County has those chunk plays.
So the winner of this game, I stated earlier, has gone on to win the state championship 3 different times. And as Brad Jones pointed out, the clock was still running. I think the officials noticed it, so they're going to have to try to put some back on. They do. They put 11:04.
11:04.
Officials are waiting on Big B to run that replay on that fumble kickoff return.
So Anderson County will come out in the pistol. They'll have 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Greenville has 1 safety deep. They're going to send pressure from the outside edge, and LaRue runs right by that blitzing linebacker and catches the pass and takes it all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, such a great play. The linebacker sees him just a minute or just a second too late, tries to peel off and get into coverage, but he's already passed him. LaRue's already passed him.
Was that a set play or was that a hot route?
It was a set play.
A perfect play call.
I think it was a great – what they did, they caught him in a tendency and called perfectly into that tendency.
And option play again. This time Hensley keeps it up the middle, and he'll get 2 yards to make it 2nd and 8.
Greenville's done a decent job playing that option with the exception of the first time they saw it. And they're getting wide, and they're getting to the pitch man pretty quick. From an old option guy, I think when you see that, you don't want to run counter option or get back in the midline. So I don't know that Coach Gillum has all of that set in the offensive scheme.
3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Hensley back to pass and just sets it up to LaRue again. He's got the first down and more as he will finally be stopped out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 20. No, I'm sorry. They mark him at the 15 for another Hammers 1st and 10, and Anderson County in the red zone.
I tell you, their protection right there was really nice. Gave Hensley a chance to let the route develop.
And flags are thrown, and I believe Greenville jumped. They did. That is a 5-yard penalty.
1st and 5.
That'll set Anderson County up with a Hammers 1st and 5, as you mentioned, at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a short trip for us.
Hensley takes a snap, drops back to pass over the middle quickly, and that pass is knocked away. Wow, that was dangerous.
Yeah, it looked like Zayden Anderson was there on the coverage.
Deflected by number 11, Nichols. Brings up 2nd
See this
down.
Chuck Fleischman replay. Oh, man, Small still got 2 hands on it.
Yeah, I thought he was going to catch it.
Woo.
Yeah, Anderson was right there with the coverage.
Just that getting those hands up for the defender, though, can be so distracting to the receiver because then your mind as a receiver goes to, I got to make sure this is not tipped because then I got to adjust to it.
Right.
2nd and 5, Hensley. Nope, flag comes out. False start. So the free 5 yards that Anderson County got on 1st down, they give back up, and we will have a 2nd and 10.
Yeah. You know, and another thing we've not really mentioned, this is the coldest night we've had this football season. And it gets a little tougher to catch when the weather's a little cold.
That ball gets a little harder.
It does. Harder to kick, too.
Oak Ridge leads over East Hamilton 6-0 with 10 minutes left to go in the 2nd quarter. So the Wildcats kicked 2 field goals early in that one. Handoff LaRue. He'll go boundary side, and a flag comes out. This will be a hold.
Yeah, that's got to be a hold.
Handoff LaRue. Follows left side blocking.
And that will push the ball back to the 25-yard line, and it will be 2nd and 20.
And the White Hat's asking Coach Spradlin what he wants, the play or the penalty. And down here you want the penalty. You want the field position.
Yeah, because as you mentioned as well, the ball's harder to kick.
Yeah.
So every yard matters if you're going to try to set up for a field goal attempt. 4 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left for Hensley. Hensley throws over the middle. He's got a man. And overthrows Small by a yard.
Just a step right there.
Whew.
He was open, too.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. What, 3 yards?
That was close.
3 yards behind the defender.
It's now 3rd and 20. Mavericks need to get the 5. It looks like they'll go empty set again as Hensley looks to the side. Oh, no.
Offsides.
I didn't see the flag.
I saw the jump, and I was waiting on the flag. I never saw it either.
Boy, Greenville, that must have been something in the scouting report because that's the 3rd offsides that Anderson County has drawn in this game so far. Empty set again. 3 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Hensley drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket. That's a face mask. Lets it go. That pass is knocked away.
Ooh.
And I don't see a flag.
I don't see it either.
Ooh, they missed the face mask.
Here's the replay.
Oh, because it wasn't a face mask.
Yeah, on the shoulder. That was almost a big-time play right there. Evan Pyatt was open in the end zone. Hensley was having to get off the spot, move, throw under pressure.
So 4 down territory, 4th and 20. Empty set again as LaRue is sent out to the left. Hensley back to pass, steps up in the pocket. Lets it go, and he's got LaRue, and that pass is dropped off the fingertips.
It was there.
Of the Mr. Football semifinalist.
It was there.
Man, I tell you, Greenville's having trouble covering these receivers.
Yeah, I think they're focusing really on the running game of LaRue, and he's really hurt him in the pass game. Had an opportunity right there for the touchdown.
And again, I think that coverage right there it just changes the mindset of the intended target, because it goes from this ball's coming right at me to what if this ball is tipped?
Right.
And it just changes the concentration a little bit. Hammers 1st and 10, ball at the 20. Fakes the handoff, does ball. Ball looking up the field. That pass is almost intercepted. Offense had to turn to defense.
Yeah, Wolfenbarger was in great position right there. The receiver had to turn into a defender here.
Yeah, Wolfenbarger had the position there, and at the last moment for Greenville, Jariah Griffin comes in and makes a good play on the ball. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 as Greenville backed up on its 20-yard line.
I like to play action call on 1st down. The last drive, they really tried to come out and establish that run. Then they tried to take advantage of that here.
We must have had a penalty, because it is 1st and 15. Well, not anymore.
And there's another penalty.
Yeah, I wonder what that's going to be.
Pass complete to number 21, Smith, indicates 1st down, but there's laundry on the field.
It was a 1st and 15 after that incomplete pass.
I think it's a hold.
Holding on Greenville. So from the spot, let's see the Chuck Fleischman replay. Oh, right there, yeah.
Yeah, right there.
That's a great call.
So it'll be about the same.
Wolfenbarger was held.
That's not a loss of gas. Actually, they gained 2.
So instead of having a Hammers 1st and 15, they'll have a Hammers 1st and 13.
13 +2 on that exchange.
Yep. Ball, handoff, Quillen met at the line of scrimmage.
Bottled up right there. Was there ever a whistle blown?
12.
If there was, I didn't hear it.
I know I'm up here, I got headphones on, but dang.
60, Luke Carroll, and 0.
The players were kind of milling around like they hadn't heard a whistle yet.
Yeah. Quillen picks up 2, so now it's 2nd and 11. Ball calls out the play. H-back to the left. Fakes the handoff. Back to pass under pressure. Steps up in the pocket, and he is knocked down for a loss of half a yard. And it will bring up 3rd and long again.
I don't know if that was a draw or his receiver was covered and he tucked it. But there wasn't anything inside.
It looked like maybe the Mavericks had a spy on Ball as well.
I'm sure they do.
It's a good strategy because Ball is an athlete.
3rd and 12. This is that 3rd and long we were talking about.
10 seconds on the play clock. 3 wide outs to the right. A tight end to the left. Ball. Fakes the handoff, throws. That pass is complete. And picking up 13 when he needed 12.
Yeah, I think he's got that one.
That was Cole Smith, and that moves the sticks. Hammers 1st and 10.
Yeah, Ball got rocked there at the end. I mean, it's a pretty gutsy play, stand in there and throw that one because he had pressure right up his nose.
And quickly, handoff to Quillen, and Quillen picks up 4 to make it 2nd and 6. Anderson County won the toss. They elected to receive. So Greenville will get the football to start the second half. Just want to go ahead and mention that now because with the time on the clock, you start thinking about things like that.
I'm going to tell you, these offensive tackles for Greenville have impressed me tonight.
This time, Ball keeps and hit hard down at the 40-yard line. He'll be 2 yards shy of the first down, so it will be 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. You're going to get a run here. But Harris and Merriweather are full size and full speed. They come off the ball well.
Are those the people that trek across the nation to get to the Pacific Ocean?
There you go.
Handoff Quillen. He's got the first down across the 40 down to the 45. That'll move the sticks. Hammers 1st and 10 for Greenville. So Green Devils just methodically moving the football up the field.
You know, it's with these two high-powered offenses coming in, a lot of folks thought, hey, man, this is going to be a high-scoring game. This has been a defensive game tonight.
Ball fakes the handoff. Under pressure again. Gets out of it somehow. And he will somehow pick up a yard to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Cody Miller there with the pressure on a little blitz, so they didn't pick it up. Flushes ball out to his right, gets him off the spot, and then he just tucks it and tries to get the best he can get. Looks like we got a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Get it up, baby. Get it up.
Ball sends an extra blocker to the right. Handoff Quillen. Quillen picks up a yard to make it 3rd and long again.
Cody Miller on the tackle right there, too.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ball at the 47-yard line. Under 5 left to play in the first half.
Yeah, these 3rd downs, 3rd and long, has been good most of the night to Anderson County. The last 3rd and long wasn't, obviously. But
tight end to the right. Ball back to pass. Looking, and he will keep it on a draw.
He's got some space.
And Ball picks up the first down. Gets it up to the 35-yard line. Hammers 1st and 10.
On 3rd and 9, Ball keeps. Rumbles forward. Will be brought down by 1. Russell.
And that didn't look like a design draw, but it might as well be.
Might as well be, absolutely. You know, that's the 2nd and 3rd and long they've converted on this drive. You know, that's offensively you don't like to get 3rd and long, but when you get them, you want to convert them. And Greenville's been able to do that.
Ball with a keeper, and he's got some room down to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 14 yards for another Hammers 1st and 10. And that is why he is so dangerous. You fake the handoff to Quillen, and he gets so much attention.
Right, exactly. And what Ball did there, he's reading the edge, the end man on the line of scrimmage, and when he takes after Quillen, he's going to pull it.
This time Quillen does get the handoff up the middle and falls forward for a pickup of looks like about 3 or 2. Pickup of 2. We'll make it 2nd and 8. Chuck Fleischman replay. Shows the defense is ready for Quillen there.
Get it up, let's go. Get up.
3 minutes left to go in the first half now. Greenville threatening inside the red zone now. Baugh sends a tight end or H-back to the right. Handoff. Nope, Baugh keeps it. And Baugh gets across the 15.
Good body lean on that one. He had the ball, took it up inside. Good body lean. Good running backs always fall forward.
Yeah, pick up 4 makes it 3rd and 3. All right, Greenville's been able to convert 3rd and longs. Let's see if they can convert a 3rd and short.
Now the big question: if they don't, do you go get the field goal right here, knowing you get the ball back in the 3rd quarter?
It's a good question.
It's one I'm glad I don't have to make the decision on.
3rd and 3, 4 on the play clock. Baugh, handoff Quillen. Quillen gets forward.
Yeah, I think he's got it.
He's got it. They're going to send the sticks. Hammers 1st and 10, ball at the 11-yard line. So Greenville can pick up another first down.
Holy cow.
Just inside the 1.
Hey, our referees here, a bunch of eager beavers. Let's get a spot on that next time. That's terrible.
A minute 40 left to play in the first half.
This is a big ball game, guys. You don't got your local Little League.
Tight end moves from right to left.
Ball
with the keeper. He just gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Greenville, with 1:24 left to go in the first half. Couldn't figure out what I wanted to say there.
Yeah. Double clutch that one.
Yeah.
No, it was a great run. Great run. The replay shows you everything you need.
And again, that commitment to Quillen by the Maverick defense opens that up for Baugh.
They pulled the backside guard to kick out the end man and get up inside the seam.
Samuel Borley kicks the extra point through, so Greenville takes a 7-point lead, 14-7, with a minute 24 left to go in this first half. We will see if Anderson County can respond with the short time on the clock on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Upgrade your home with stunning natural gas appliances from Oak Ridge Utility District. Enjoy 0% financing with approved credit and turn your dream kitchen into a reality. Call today for a free estimate, get free delivery on all purchases, and enjoy handsome incentives on our appliances. Free delivery, 0% financing, and impressive incentives makes now the perfect time to switch to affordable, safe, and reliable natural gas. Don't wait. Choose Oak Ridge Utility District, your affordable energy choice. Call now or visit our website to get started.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker. So the thing about Greenville scoring there is you give this prolific offense a minute 24.
Yeah, they've got a minute 24.
And 3 timeouts.
And 3 timeouts. They can get yardage in chunks. They have had several opportunities that they were just that close to. Mavs aren't out of this thing.
And this one will go into the end zone for a touchback. That was another UA Local 102. Plumbers and Steam Fitters kickoff. Give a call to 865-523-7413 during regular business hours to see what the Local 102 can do for you. Ball will be spotted at the 20 with the Hammers 1st and 10. I want to say a big thank you to Big Orange Tree Service, Jason Stiltner. No job too big or too small for sponsoring our game tonight. Hensley on this first down, drops back, pass, and it goes to Small, and Small gets out of bounds. The defender fell down. I don't know if he knew that, though.
Yeah, Anderson kind of lost his footing as Small was making that cut.
See the Chuck Fleischman replay here, see if it would have mattered. I don't think he would have been able to stay in anyway. His momentum was carrying him out.
Yeah, he was working the sideline there.
So Hammers 1st and 10, this time up to the 31-yard line. Hensley Throws across the middle. That pass is complete
Hold on to the ball.
to Strickland.
Hold on to the ball, hey, blow the whistle.
And
Somebody hurt. That's terrible.
Strickland gets up to the 47-yard line.
Hensley's pass complete to 19. Strickland.
That will briefly stop the clock to set the chains.
First and 10.
Yeah, at this point, if you're Greenville, you're wanting to keep everything in front of you. The completion is fine as long as it doesn't equate to yards after catch.
Oh, and Hensley gets out to Small, and Small falls. And Anderson County is going to have to take a timeout here. Wanted to go quickly to not call that timeout to try to keep the Greenville defense on its heels, but has to call it there as Small fell down inbounds. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Check out the store at 1067 South Walnut Avenue in Cookeville, now open for business.
Get ready for the ultimate celebration at the Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge. New Year's Eve 2025 countdown. First ever ice skating rink. Live bands rocking the stage. On December 31st at 8K Bissell Park, Oak Ridge. Food trucks. This is free to the public because of our amazing event sponsors. Bring your lawn chairs. Ring in the new year with your family and friends. Enjoy spectacular fireworks show that will light up the sky. Don't miss the grand finale, the epic T-Cat Harriman, one-of-a-kind atomic ball drop at midnight. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker with you. As Anderson County, out of the timeout, faces a 2nd and 10, 3 yards shy of midfield. Pistol set for Hensley. He's got LaRue behind him. Now he'll send him out in motion. Hensley looking, steps up in the pocket, lets it fly, tries to find Wolfenbarger. That pass is just a couple yards in front of him, incomplete.
Yeah, he the right place to go with the ball. He wasn't wide open, as you call it, but he had the inside position right there. Hensley does a nice job of stepping up in the pocket and getting the ball out there.
The incomplete pass stops the clock. So now 3rd and 10 for the Sanderson County offense. Hensley takes the snap, steps up again, lets this ball fly, and I don't think he was on the same page as his receiver, Trent Strickland. So now, with 44.4 seconds left, Anderson County faces a 4th and 10.
Yeah. Looks like we're going to punt. See the punt team coming in.
Yeah, I don't think you really have a choice here. Although, Trent Strickland is your punter if you wanted to get crazy right here.
I was going to say, is this a good spot? It looks like Greenville's in punt safe. They got one man back, but they're 10 up at the line of scrimmage.
Strickland will punt this football away. It is a wobbly spiral that will be taken at the 22-yard line by Quillen. Well, they'll give him the 23, actually. So Greenville probably going to be content to run this football and go into the half with a 7-point lead.
They get the ball coming out of halftime. So they may be patient, or they may run play action and go deep right here.
By the way, Dan Shoemaker, that was Anderson County's 5th drive of the night and the first time that they failed to get across midfield.
Midfield, yeah. Good stat.
I mean, they were right there.
They were right there.
But still.
They've moved the ball well tonight.
They have. Ball handoff. Quillen goes boundary side, and he is tackled inbounds. Picks up, looks like 3 to make it 2nd and 7. And that might be
12 on the run.
No, Greenville's going to take a timeout.
Okay.
So they're going to stop the clock. They want to try to run another play. All right, so this timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances, proudly serving your community since 1965 because they care.
A college degree can't be earned in just one day, but can be achieved by doing our best together, just one day at a time. From getting a great start with your Roan State Success Coach to learning together in the classroom, accessing free tutoring in the Learning Center, and working one-on-one with your instructors. Together, we succeed, one day at a time. Oh, and free tuition helps. So apply at roanstate.edu now, and let's succeed together.
Out of the timeout, Greenville faces a 2nd and 8 with just 24 seconds on the clock. They're going to send 2 extra blockers to the left, and ball will run to the right. And pretty good yardage. Ball gets out of bounds after picking up the Hammers 1st and 10. 7 seconds goes off the clock.
Well, they've got the slot set and the tight end wing to the same side. The tight end is not eligible because you got the tight end split, and you got a really nice unbalanced set over there, and they ran exactly away from it because Anderson County is adjusted or, adjusting to that formation change.
Hammers 1st and 10 again. Ball spotted at the 34 of Greenville. Ball sends a man in motion. Gives it to Quillen. Quillen is hit in the backfield. Somehow breaks out of that and tackled down at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 6.
Strong run right there. That should be the last play.
Yeah, Greenville's not going to stop the clock. It will expire. And so after one half, Greenville will take a 7-point advantage into the second half and receive the football to start that second half in this huge quarterfinal game between the Green Devils and the Mavericks on your OEB Law Game of the Week. Stay tuned for the Medic Regional Blood Center halftime show.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key. Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team that gets the job done. It's Ford commercial truck season at Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, where our strong lineup is built for power and performance. Step up your game in this new 24 F-150 4x4 Super Crew, $46,997. At 250 cargo van, $50,950. 24 Ford Maverick XLT Hybrid, $28,929.
Local you trust, performance you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
Kathy Mae Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy Mae Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton's strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Experience quality and value in this pre-owned 2020 Lincoln Nautilus Reserve, $29,946. Pre-owned 2024 Ford Maverick, $39,990. 2023 Ford Expedition Platinum 4x4, $67,970. Local you trust, pre-owned vehicles you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
Kathy Mae Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy Mae Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week and into the Medic Regional Blood Center halftime show. Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker with you. As at the half, it is Greenville leading over Anderson County by a score of 14-7. Want to say a shout out, just looking at the Facebook feed, BBB Communications Facebook page, doing their live feed, and we have a live viewer, one Holly Martinez, who is Walker Martinez's mother, and Walker Martinez was the quarterback during Anderson County's championship run in 2022. So the former championship-winning quarterback's mother is watching the game tonight, hoping that this Anderson County Mavericks team can do as her son did and get past Greenville in the third round on the way to a state championship. So you see the team stats in front of you there, Dan Shoemaker. Hammers first downs, you've got Greenville with 10, Anderson County with 9. Total yards, Anderson County 211, Greenville 172. The rushing yards, 159. This is not unexpected. This is what you would think.
Yeah, exactly. This is kind of where you thought this would be. We knew Greenville wanted to come in and run the ball, and they have tonight. We knew that Anderson County could run the ball, but usually made a living throwing as well, and that's what they have worked to tonight. I think the tail of the tape, and you mentioned it during the pregame, was that if Greenville could get on track, they would chew up clock. And the time of possession right there, I think, is very telling. 16 minutes, 24 seconds to 7 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to point out, if I'm an Anderson County fan, I'm looking at the time of possession. That scares me.
Yes.
But also the turnovers that won for Anderson County, that also scares me because Anderson County was in a position to score when it fumbled, and that could have this game tied up at 14 right now.
Absolutely.
In a game that is this close, you can't miss out on your opportunities to score. And on that note, we mentioned also before we went to the halftime break that Anderson County has had 5 possessions, and they have been on Greenville's side of the field for 4 of those. The last one, they were not. But look at it. Here's where these drives ended. For Anderson County, the first one ended at the Greenville 35. The second one ended at the Greenville 23, and that was on that fumble recovery.
Right.
So Anderson County was there at the Greenville 23-yard line and fumbled the football. The third drive ended in a touchdown. The fourth drive ended at the Greenville 20-yard line. And then that last drive ended at the Anderson County 47. So 3 yards shy of midfield. But, I mean, the Greenville 35, the Greenville 23, the Greenville 20, the Anderson County 47, those are where all these drives have ended. I mean, Anderson County's offense is playing well enough to win this game until they get close to the red zone.
And I think, too, the bend but don't break philosophy is in full effect tonight for Greenville. They've contained the Anderson County offense to the point that they're able to slow it down just enough to stall it just outside the red zone, or just at the red zone there on the 20. So I think that's kind of playing into Greenville's hands. I think the other piece of the puzzle that Anderson County is going to figure out, because they've got a great coaching staff, is how to, when we get the ball there, push it on into the end zone. I mean, sometimes you can grind it and push it down several plays, or you can take the big chunk plays. We've seen that tonight. Hensley's had a couple of his passes dropped that would have been, one was a touchdown in the end zone, the other was a really nice gain. So they're going to work on those things too. I think the offense is working. You just got to execute it at a little bit more efficiency, a little higher level of execution.
So talk about this from a coach's standpoint, because you've been there in the halftime. You just said it. Hey, the offense is working. The game plan was good. The offensive game plan was good coming into this game. But now Greenville has seen what Anderson County wants to do, and they're going to make some defensive adjustments. So how do you counteract those adjustments when – what you were doing in the first half was working. You want to be able to come out and do that again in the second half, but it might not be there after those adjustments.
I think the big thing is you have to anticipate what those adjustments are and go ahead and have the next set ready to go. So when you line up, and I think we may see Anderson County, you made a great point in the first half. Normally we see the Anderson County offense line up in a formation see what the defense is, get a play, and then go. We've not seen that tonight. They're pretty much just calling the play and going. And so we may see some of that where they pause, look, see what the defense is giving them, and then call the play off of that. I anticipate we may see some more of that in the second half.
I will say, Coach, that this game was all Anderson County. Even though they got behind first, Greenville scored first, but like the stats were just all Anderson County. This game looked like it was theirs to lose the entire first half until that last Greenville drive that they scored, where they just methodically marched down the field and just a little bit at a time kept that Mavericks offense from having enough time to try to strike and get it into the end zone before halftime. And if Greenville can do that in the second half, it's over.
Yeah, I agree. Greenville, the Green Devils did a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage, controlling clock. Anderson County's going to have to bring, and they got into that six-man front, that short yardage that gave Greenville a little bit of issue. But they're going to do some more of that. They're going to have to do some more blitzes. They're going to take some chances, play man coverage on the outside, and make the throw game beat you, because the run game will beat you to death if you allow them to get 4, 5, 8 yards a pop.
Yeah, I'll tell you something else, too. You brought up how this is the coldest game that we've had this season.
Yes.
Those hits, you feel those hits just a little bit more in the cold, too.
Absolutely. And, and if you look at this on the sidelines behind the Greenville bench in the picture there, you see those flags.
Yeah.
And those flags are flopping pretty good because the breeze is cold.
Yeah.
That is a cold breeze.
That wind cuts like a knife. I'll give you some scores of interest for you. In the second quarter, Alcoa leads over Gatlinburg-Pittman. That one's almost at halftime. That score is 35-0. Oliver Springs at halftime leads over Coalfield 7-0. So that is another very good game. Maryville, about 3 minutes left before halftime, leads over Bearden 28-10. Sevier County at the half leads over West 3-0.
Did not see that one.
Whew. Just got kicked off, so we got zeros on the scoreboard between Bledsoe County and York. South Pittsburgh already up on Clay County just 4 minutes in, 14-0. And Anderson County tacked on another field goal. The Wildcats lead 9-0 over East Hamilton. Sequatchie County scores first over Meigs County. They lead 7-0. And Macon County scores first over White County, 7-0. Of course, the winner of our game will have to travel to either Macon County or White County.
Yeah, Sparta or Lafayette. And I've been to both places, and you can't get to Lafayette from here. You got to go somewhere else and then go to Lafayette. So you go to Sparta too. I mean, you go to Cookville and head south on 111. But
yeah, got a nice park down there in Sparta. That's Fall Creek Falls, isn't it?
That's down towards Spencer. It's a little further, a little south of there.
A score just popped up. With 7:25 left to go in the first quarter, Riverdale scores first over Oakland, 7-0. So, presuming that Maryville's going to win tonight, I mean, that game's still in the first half, and it's a 3-score game. But just assuming Maryville will win tonight, they'll have to travel to either Riverdale or Oakland. And like I said, early in that game, just less than 5 minutes into it, Riverdale leads over Oakland 7-0.
Can you call that one the Battle of Stones River?
That
sounds like it could be.
Could be. It could be.
Coalfield just scored.
So to start the third quarter, Coalfield has scored a touchdown, so now they've cut that lead 7-6. So I assume they'll send Jack Treese out to kick that extra point, or attempt that extra point.
Attempt that extra point.
And he did.
Ah.
Let's go, Bill.
And he did. It's good. So Coalfield ties it up over Oliver Springs, or with Oliver Springs, I should say, That game is 7-all. So
here in the stadium, I don't know if you can hear this or if you even know this song. It was on Gap Band 3, I think was the album. It was the Gap Band, You Dropped a Bomb on Me. Came out when I was a junior or senior in high school. I can't remember. But great jam. I'm going back in time here. The time machine is in effect.
I thought you were going to make a point there.
No. I'm just enjoying the music.
Like tying it in somehow. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I had to be at work at 3 a.m. this morning. So I got up at 2. And that gave me some time to sit and just, like, dig into things. And so I came up with some trivia questions.
Some pretty tough trivia questions, I'm going to say.
I was really disappointed that you all didn't take a stab at it. Brad did. He took a stab at one of them.
Yeah, I just wimped out. I thought,
yeah.
I don't know that, and cut my phone off. And start drinking my coffee.
That's too early for that. No, not doing it. I'll give you one of these over the air. I'll give you the one that Brad answered. And that is, let me find it again. All right. It was since 1990. There are only 4 teams Coalfield has played more than once and not beaten. Who are those 4 teams? Brad got 2 off the bat.
Hey, Brad did get 2 off the bat.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at the picture on the screen, not to change the focus, but it looks like Chris has found the concession stand again.
Of course. And really interesting. It's, they sell Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches.
Yes, they do.
It's interesting.
But Brad answered this one, right? He got all 4?
Eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, the answer, Coalfield has played just 4 teams multiple times that they have not beaten since 1990, so over the last 34 years. Those 4 teams are South Pittsburgh. They are 0-7. Sequatchie County, they are 0-2. Now, who are the other 2? Bledsoe County, they are 0-2. And, see, I don't even remember. Sequatchie County, they're 0-2. Yeah, and that's just been the last couple of years. I mean, that's pretty good. Just 4 teams over the last 34 years that you played multiple times and
you said Bledsoe County, Sequatchie County,
yep,
South Pittsburgh,
yep.
Who was the 4th?
The 4th one was, what did I say? Boyd Buchanan.
Okay. I was going to say 3 of those were in the old Sequatchie Valley Conference that Lookout Valley played in, and yeah, we used to get beat by those guys too.
Fun story about Boyd Buchanan. Well, I guess it's not a fun story. Coalfield, in I think the year was 2004, made it to the semifinals and had to play Boyd Buchanan and got beat. It was very competitive in the first half, but Coalfield was the last remaining public school that year. So the other 3 schools playing for a single A state championship were private schools. And that wouldn't happen now. So
no.
It kind of makes you think, like, could Coalfield have gotten a state championship in football back in 2004? Maybe.
Possibly.
They made it to the semifinals, and they were the last public school left. So, I don't know. I guess we never will know. So, both teams have made it back out onto the field to warm up for this second half, and we will see as Greenville will get the ball to start the second half, and we'll see what kind of adjustments both of these teams made. But we told you the story of the game, which, in my opinion, the story of the game is, first off, the fact that Anderson County has ended 4 drives within 30 yards of the end zone and come up empty. Or actually 3 drives and come up empty within 30 yards of the end zone. But also Greenville able to control the clock. I think that's another huge story of that first half. So,
yeah, I think Greenville's going to try to do that the second half. Anderson County, you may see them open the offense up just a little bit, try to get the ball on the edge, either throwing it or running. LaRue is a very talented running back, and they're going to try to get him involved. But you've got wide receivers that are very good as well.
Yeah, LaRue has been more involved in the passing game so far than running the football. He's got 7 carries for a net of 31 yards. So Greenville's defense has really been able to stop the run so far, but they really haven't been able to contend with the pass. Anderson County's just got to connect.
One interesting stat, we talked about how both these running backs had over 10 yards average per carry. Quillen's averaging 6.4, LaRue's averaging 4.4. So defenses are keying on those two guys.
For sure. And, of course, like it has all season for Greenville, that's opening up the run game for quarterback Caden Ball. As we get set for the second half, we will have another UA Local 102 kickoff. UA Local 102 reminding you that there is no substitute for UA skilled craftsmen. And second half is underway. A short kickoff that will roll out of bounds.
Yep.
Kane's kick rolls out of bounds at the 15. Penalty on the flag.
So if Greenville just takes the 5-yard penalty.
I think they'll take that good field position and go on with it.
Yeah, I believe I would if I was them. They've not had good starting field position tonight, and still lead this game 14-7. Which again, like talking about it now, it's like, wow, Greenville must have dominated this game if you've not seen it. But no, like Anderson County, I really think has dominated this game up until that final scoring drive of Greenville.
Absolutely. It looks like defense has brought the heavy package in. 5-man front.
Hammers 1st and 10. The first play of the second half goes to Quillen, and Quillen is stopped for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yes, second and long. Like I said, I think the offense for Anderson County is going to get a little more aggressive. I think defense is too. You look right here, three jerseys right there to the ball.
Yeah, met first by Izzy Small. 3 wide outs to the left, and Ball looks that way and just gets a little swing pass out to Quillen, and Quillen's got a Hammers 1st and 10 all the way up to midfield.
Yeah, right there at midfield. Little swing pass out to the flat. A running back like Quillen.
Hammers 1st and 10.
Keep.
Yeah, Ball with a keeper, and Ball has huge yards. Finally brought down by Strickland, but not until he gets to the 15-yard line, and Greenville's threatening again.
Ball keeps brought down by 19, Strickland. 1st and 10 at the 15, Devils. We need more cowbell.
Yeah, that was a nice executed play. They're bringing the backside tackle to kick out the edge. And so instead of reading the end man on the line of scrimmage like a zone read, they're kicking him out and just running up in there.
Ball on this Hammers 1st and 10. Keeps again, and this time maybe picks up 2 or 1. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Played that one a little better.
After a gain of 1, 2nd down 9.
You see Greenville running a trip set, trying to lighten that box right there.
Yeah, now they'll send the extra blocker to the left as well. Handoff, Quillen. Quillen is
nailed,
stuffed. A loss of 1 on the play will make it 3rd and 11.
Yeah, hitting the backfield.
So, 3rd and long is not anything Greenville has really feared tonight.
No, they've not flinched on 3rd and long at all. They've converted several of them.
And this is probably 4-down territory, so a couple stops right here to give Anderson County the ball back would be huge. Ball drops back to pass under pressure. He's sacked all the way back to the 20-yard line, the 21-yard line, a loss of 6.
Yeah, that was a nice defensive call up right there.
So they were able to convert those 3rd longs. Let's see what they do on 4th and long here. Again, if Anderson County can get the ball back here, that would be huge given how this half started.
Tight set right here.
Yep, 3 wide receivers to the boundary side of the field. And it is a direct snap, halfback pass, and it is caught.
Got a flag.
For a Greenville touchdown.
You do have a flag.
And there is a flag around the line of scrimmage.
I think Greenville jumped.
Is it?
Quit it, Davis.
Yeah.
Just play. Don't make a play. Quit celebrating.
Illegal formation on Greenville will back them up 5 more yards, and it'll be 4th and 21 this time. So a direct snap to Quillen, and Quillen was able to throw a touchdown pass to Taryn Clarity, but because of the illegal formation, it is negated.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, those are the penalties that make your hair turn gray or your hair turn loose.
Here we go, baby. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, now they got more of a regular set, trips to the bottom.
Ball drops back to pass. Now he'll move to his right and keep it himself. No, he'll throw it, but he was past the line of scrimmage, I thought. Maybe not.
Yeah, he was. He was right there at it.
Yeah. It doesn't matter because the pass was incomplete. And Anderson County will take over on down. So let's see this Chuck Fleischman replay. There's the line. You see ball.
Yeah, he's past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
he's well past the line of scrimmage.
That should have been a penalty that would have resulted in a loss of down anyway, right?
Right.
All right, so handoff LaRue, and LaRue gets the sideline. A pickup of 9.
You know, that was a great stop by the defense. Exactly what you want to put the ball back in your offense's hands.
Around right edge. Wolfenbarger leading.
And again, LaRue with just 34 yards in that first half. So if they can get him going in this second half, that'll open up the passing game even more for Anderson County.
Absolutely.
Second and 2, handoff LaRue. He's got enough for the Hammers 1st and 10 up to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they're trying to get on the edge right here. I like the call.
So just like that, Anderson County moving the football. 2 wideouts either side. LaRue in the backfield, setting up the option play again. LaRue has some room on the sideline, cuts it back in and crosses midfield. That's another pickup of 11 and another Hammers 1st and 10.
Nice block on the edge. Anderson County's running the option. Greenville's in a 4-man front. Hensley brings the ball out to the edge, makes a nice pitch, gets LaRue out on the corner.
And LaRue could have stepped out of bounds and been about 3 yards short of the first down, but jump cuts back towards the middle and picks up that extra 3 yards, 3 or 4 yards. So Hensley fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, and that pass is complete to Wolfenbarger.
Nice throw and catch right there. Play action throws the linebackers, gives you a little space to work that in.
Pickup of 11, Hammers 1st and 10. Ball at the 38-yard line of Greenville. Nice pitch and catch you see on the Chuck Fleischman replay. 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. LaRue in the backfield. He will get the handoff to the boundary side of the field, and he is slipped down at about, let's see where they mark him. Looked like he picked up about 6.
Yeah, nice run there. Into the boundary because Greenville's playing to the field. And so they just outnumbered him over on the edge.
They give him 5, makes it 2nd and 5 as Hensley gets the team quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Hensley takes a snap, fakes the handoff, steps up in the pocket, and that ball is knocked out of his hands as he threw it forward. Incomplete. So he was hit as he threw, and that will bring up 3rd and 5. But again, 6 offensive possessions, 5 of them have been in Greenville territory, and you don't want to come up empty once again.
No, you really don't.
3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Hensley, hard count.
See, we're looking to the sideline now.
Yeah. Hensley gets the play. 3-step drop. Looks, finds LaRue out of the backfield. LaRue with some running room. And he'll go out of bounds at the 25, maybe
down.
the 24. That moves to 6. Hammers 1st and 10 for Anderson County. They keep the drive alive almost midway through the 3rd quarter.
Nice little route right there. If you're a defender, you call that a pick route. If you're a offensive guy, you call that a rub route. And nicely done. I kept looking for the flag, make sure there was no offensive pass interference. Nicely done.
I didn't pick him. I just rubbed him.
I rubbed him, exactly. We used to run that out of trips, and we called it West Virginia. It was a great goal line play.
Empty set now as Strickland goes from the backfield up to the slot, and Hensley takes off, and Pete Rose slides down to the 17-yard line, and he'll come up 2 yards shy of the sticks. It'll make it 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. I think what he was looking for was covered. He just tucked it and made a positive yardage.
So Anderson County slows down for a tick. 2nd and 2. Score of interest, Oliver Springs has scored again, and they have retaken the lead over Coalfield 14-7 with under 5 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Hensley out of the pistol now, bunch formation to the right. Now he'll send LaRue to the right.
He's
Hensley has a man open. It is complete to Wolfenbarger. Touchdown, Anderson County.
Yeah, ran a little smash route combination over there. One route short, corner route in behind it, and Wolfenbarger was wide open.
You see the Chuck Fleischman replay. You can see what Coach Shoemaker was talking about. And this, if you are just joining us, this is what we saw the entire first half. Anderson County just couldn't finish drives.
This one they finished.
Extra point pending. It's up, and it is good. So we are knotted up at 14 with 5:26 left to go in the 3rd quarter in what I'm calling the de facto state championship game. It is Anderson County. It is Greenville. It is your OEB Law game of the week, as we'll see the Chuck Fleischman replay here, and then we'll go to break.
One in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
Back to your OEB Law game of the week here in Harvey. Dan Shoemaker. A beautiful night for football.
A beautiful cold night for football. I'm glad the press box is heated, guys.
Yeah. I'm sweating a little bit too.
I think I wore the turtleneck is a little much.
As we get set for another UA Local 102 Plumbers Steam Fitters Union kickoff here. You can go to ualocal102.org for more information. And this is going to be a deep spinner that will be taken at the 2-yard line. And pretty good return here.
They got him.
Up to the 26-yard line on the return that time for Greenville. Looked like Jariah Griffin.
You know who we're missing tonight?
Who?
Ella. I've not seen Ella. She's not here. She's hunting. Okay.
Upgrade your home with stunning natural gas appliances from Oak Ridge Utility District.
Sports
Enjoy.
People are just famously superstitious.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if anybody just pitched a big fit that Ella's not here. But she missed last year's game, apparently?
Yeah.
Wow. Quillen with the run all the way up to the 34-yard line. He'll pick up 8.
Very patient on that run right there. Just kind of weaved his way through.
And it is Greenville quickly back up to the line.
Greenville running
and
tempo.
Quillen gets the snap again. It looks like he picks up just enough for the Hammers 1st and 10.
12 falls forward for a double first down. 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Yeah, you talk about being superstitious. If my team were on a winning streak, wore the same clothes every week. Now I washed them. I wasn't one of those people, but
right.
Yeah, I had the same socks, same T-shirt, everything.
Handoff Quillen, and see that time. Did you see that time? Anderson County was prepared for whoever got the football.
Yeah,
Quillen got hit and ball.
Yeah, and that's the way you got to play the zone read stuff like that. Everybody's got an assignment, and somebody's got quarterback, somebody's got running back.
Another pickup of 2 brings up another 2nd and 8. Ball takes a snap. This time he'll keep. Tries to get the sideline, and he's brought down at the 40. A pickup of 1, but Izzy Small.
Yeah. 3rd and long.
Great open field tackle by Small.
Yeah, he's not easy to tackle. He is not easy to tackle at all.
Small is such a utility player. He does a bunch of little stuff that makes your team better. And that was not a pun intended because his name is Small. Ball back to pass, and he's under pressure. Gets rid of it, and it is incomplete. And that will bring up 4th and 6, and Anderson County seemingly has another stop.
Yeah, defense sold out right there. They bring 6.
Here we go, baby, here we go.
Good pressure right there. When you're mentioning Ball's name, quarterback for Greenville, there's another famous quarterback named Ball, Slinging Sammy Ball for the Redskins back in the 40s, I think, 40s and 50s. Played at Texas A&M.
It's funny you bring that up, and I'll tell you why in just a second.
Okay.
And this punt is low and will bounce and take an Anderson County roll and be down at the 30-yard line. So Anderson County with pretty good starting field position here with the Hammers 1st and 10. I was, Facebook, you ever watch the Reels?
Yeah.
Okay, so I get lost doing that. I just saw one with Peyton Manning and Pat McAfee, and Pat was having Peyton punt, and McAfee made a reference to, you seem like kicking Sammy Ball or something like that. Yeah. He's like, it's slinging Sammy Ball. He said, no, he was punting Sammy Ball.
Yeah, I think he punted as well.
Hammers 1st and 10. LaRue with a 3-yard pickup will make it 2nd and 7. But I just watched that video like 2 days ago, so it's interesting you brought Sammy Ball up.
Slinging Sammy Ball. My dad grew up in Maryland, and his dad would take the family to see the Redskins play, and that was the quarterback.
Handoff, LaRue again.
Not much there.
No, and it was pretty much just about a direct snap to him.
Yeah.
But that one loses yards. They'll mark it at the 31. They'll mark it between 31 and 32. You got a 3rd and 8 here. On the tackle for Greenville, big Zorian Harris.
Yeah.
A junior, 285.
Playing both ways. He's also starting right tackle.
Yep. Pistol set, 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right, and now Strickland will move to the right slot. Hensley looks over the middle. That pass is complete to Strickland. Strickland breaks the tackle. Gets across midfield, and again, Anderson County is in Greenville territory. That is 6 out of 7 drives they've been there.
Yeah, they're clicking right now. They're clicking right now.
So you see that Chuck Fleischman replay, and Anderson County gets quickly back up to the line, and we got a flag. Dead ball, false start.
Procedure? They ain't even lined up yet.
I know. They were subbing.
I'm not sure about that call. I'm not sure what that was.
Regardless, it creates a 5-yard hole. So it's 1st and 15. And now the Mavericks back on the Anderson County side of the field. Hensley with LaRue in the backfield. Going to set up the option again. And the pitch gets LaRue to the outside with running room and knocks down the sticks. Bent the stick.
The stick is bent.
Uh-oh.
That was always my greatest fear as a head coach. I always had a spare set laying around. But, yeah, that one would be an expensive one to fix.
Oh, it's supposed to do that. Apparently it breaks down.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a pool noodle.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's a bad angle.
All right, so LaRue picks up 14 on this run. You see on the Chuck Fleischman replay. And then bloop.
Yeah, I think the plan there is to let that go.
As I think now we got a timeout on the field because they have to address that.
They're going to try to fix the stick, the stick. That's the stick.
Yeah, the plastic's got a kink in it now. That ain't no good.
A little smoke on the water playing over the PA.
Oh, so Coalfield scores, but it's I guess a bad snap on the extra point attempt. And so they are stopped, and now Coalfield trails Oliver Springs 14-13 with 10:37 left to go in the game.
Oh my goodness, that's broke. I'm not an engineer, but I know a couple, right?
Yeah.
And I think they would diagnose that pretty well. That's broke.
I wonder if they got a.
They do. They brought the extra one in. It doesn't tell us yardage though.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, that's old school now. We have to count.
No.
It doesn't matter. This is the last game of the year.
Yeah.
Interesting trivia fact. Smoke on the Water is usually one of the first 5 songs you learn as a guitar player.
Makes sense.
Because it's real easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, power chords.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Elrod out there.
He pronounced it dead. He can't turn that wreck into a check.
Well, maybe he can.
Maybe he can.
Yeah, that's yet to be seen. So we got new chains. 1:09 left to go in the third quarter. Hensley will send 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. It'll be 2nd and 1. I think we're about ready to play again.
Hey, it looks like we're back in action.
Yeah, I think it's 1. It doesn't tell me that. I got to do it old school. Hensley takes a snap, 3-step drop, looks.
He's open.
And he's got a receiver wide open, and Small drops it. Ooh, man.
For a defensive coordinator, 2nd down is always the hardest call. 2nd and short.
Yeah.
Because you think it may be a run, and then you take a shot deep like that.
Yeah. And, buddy, that ball was placed so well.
And in practice this season, I'm sure he's caught that ball hundreds of times.
Oh, yeah. 3rd and 1, Hensley.
Oh, nice bounce.
Yeah, handoff LaRue. He's got enough for the 1st down. And the sticks got waylaid again.
Sticks are down. Stick down. Stick down.
Do they have a backup for the backup?
Nice drop on the sticks by the chain crew.
Look at dress announcer Richie. No. Oh man, that was congratulating the official on dropping it that time.
He just ripped the chain off.
Oh man.
Wow, this is an interesting sub-story developing on the sticks.
It certainly is. 3 receivers to the right. Hensley sets up the screen to Strickland over the middle, and Strickland is bouncing off tacklers.
Trent Strickland fighting for extra yardage. Picks up 4.
That's a Strickland is another one that's just
he's
so
running hard.
right now.
Yeah, he's running hard. He catches the ball yards after contact.
Oh, that was the 2nd one.
Pick up a 3. Under 30 seconds left to play in this 3rd quarter. Hensley tries to set up the option again and does to LaRue. LaRue gets out of bounds. Looks like he'll be a yard.
A yard shy.
6 brings out 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1.
They're doing a nice job on the option, bringing the ball to the edge.
Yeah,
making the defensive end commit either quarterback or play pitch.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for the end zone here again. With the way LaRue is running the football, you'd have 4th and half a yard.
Yeah.
Nope. Hensley on the keeper, and he'll lose yards. Back to the 29.
Yeah, he's dropped 2 yards.
So that'll be 4th and 4 now. And that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Ooh. So Anderson County ties it up in that 3rd quarter, and they've got the football, and they are threatening. However, when we start the 4th quarter, the Mavericks will have a 4th and 3. We are getting to the end of this quarterfinal game to see who gets to play in the semifinals. This is your OEB Law Game of the Week.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
In East Tennessee,
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week here. Harvey Dan
work
Shoemaker.
heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
1 quarter left to play. Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker. This is the OEB Law Game of the Week. Anderson County facing a 4th and 3 at the Greenville 28-yard line. Big play right here.
Big play right here.
Hensley steps to his left, lets this one go. That pass is complete to Trent Strickland. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Anderson County. What a gutsy play call.
Nice, really nice.
You've got a 4th and 3, and you go for the jugular.
Strickland on the corner route right there. He had plenty of room to his outside. Hensley gets the ball in the right spot.
Hensley is having an amazing game.
He surely is.
Jackson Payne on to attempt this very important extra point. Snap, set, kick. It is through. So with 11:53 left to play in this fourth quarter, the Mavericks of Anderson County take the 21-14 lead on this touchdown pass from Landon Hensley to Trent Strickland. Seeing the replay courtesy of Chuck Fleischman on your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. What a game we've got at halftime. The score was 14-7 Greenville. The Green Devils got the football to start the second half. The Mavericks have since scored 14 points to take the 21-14 lead. Kickoff pending. This kickoff brought to you by the UA Local 102 Plumbers and Steamfitters Union in Knoxville up on North Broadway, reminding you there is no substitute for UA skilled craftsmen. Jackson Payne set to kick this one off, back deep to receive. You've got a dangerous return man in Quillen.
Absolutely.
But also Jariah Griffin. Payne's kick is a wobbly end over ender, and it is bobbled by Griffin. And Griffin finds a hole, and he's got the right sideline. Great return by Griffin after that's the second time that Greenville has bobbled a kickoff.
That one looked like it was going to be inside the 20. But he was able to get up, find the seam right there.
I wonder how much of that is what you were talking about earlier. You get these cold temperatures, that ball gets a little bit harder.
Oh, yeah.
And so it becomes a little bit harder to catch.
And not to sound like my good friend Keith Adcock, but the gloves are a little slick in this weather too. So
Hammers 1st and 10. Quillen with a handoff, and he's met in the backfield, tackled for no gain.
Gobbled up.
Taylor Davis.
Cleaned up by 15, Cody Miller. Second down, 10.
Gets in the backfield.
When I talked to Coach Lambert this week, he told me he expected Davis to have a really big game tonight, and he has on defense and on offense too. So
this time Ball will keep, and Ball has a pretty good gain on second down. And finally, he got picked up and drugged backwards, but he'll get forward progress up to the 48 and be 2 yards shy, bringing up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, they were trying, to move him back.
Small and Wolfenbarger. Wolfenbarger picked him up, and Small started ripping at the football. 3rd and short. Crowded line of scrimmage for Greenville. Handoff, Quillen. He's met in the backfield again. No gain on the play. We'll make it 4th and 2.
Wow.
4th and 3.
Anderson County at that time, that play really sold out to get this thing stopped.
Boy, this is big. Greenville looks like they're going for it. They're quickly coming up to the line of scrimmage. Anderson County has to get its defense set.
Freeze call.
Hard count. Anderson County doesn't fall for it. 17 seconds on the play clock. Greenville elects to go ahead and call a timeout. I don't know that I would have. I might have tried to freeze them again, but
yeah.
Regardless, it's 4th and 2. And this timeout is brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. They service what they sell with in-house factory-trained appliance service technicians.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team that gets the job done. It's Ford commercial truck season at Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, where our strong lineup is built for power and performance. Step up your game in this new 24 F-150 4x4 Super Crew, $46,997. At 250 cargo van, $50,950. 24 Ford Maverick XLT Hybrid, $28,929.
Local you trust, performance you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
Back to the OEB Law game of the week. Greeneville facing a 4th and 2. Let's see if they bring the punting unit on or the offense. It looks like they're leaving the offense on the field.
Looks like it's the offense.
Get it up, baby. Get it up. Let's go.
And they're not going to hard count it this time. Extra blockers to the right side. It is a direct snap to Quillen, and Quillen is knocked out of bounds right after picking up the first down.
Wow. He got about a half a yard more than he needed.
A Hammers 1st and 10, yes, by a half yard. A gutsy play call by Greenville right there. We'll see this Chuck Fleischman replay. Direct snap to Quillen, and he was met in the backfield by Davis, but whew. Hammers 1st and 10. Quillen gets a handoff, goes over left guard, and picks up 2 yards to make a 2nd and 8, but Greenville has entered the Anderson County side of the field.
Here we go. Get it up, let's go. Do your part, get up.
You know, Anderson County needs to get a stop here, get them to 3rd and long, and then possibly get the stop. The gutsy call on 4th down, 4th and short.
Huge play. Ball drops back to pass. He slings it, and it is incomplete. Overthrew his target.
Yeah, they're playing man coverage out on the edge. Good coverage. Good coverage.
Going for Anderson there, I believe.
Get up, baby, get up, let's go. Get up, get up, get up, get up.
Whew. I was just looking out there at Bishop Merriweather. Oh, my goodness. I know you mentioned him earlier.
Yeah.
He's 6'5", 350 pounds.
Big boy. And he moves really well. I was watching him in warm-ups. He moves really well.
3rd and 8. Here's that 3rd and long you were talking about. And we get a reverse. And Greenville converts.
Converts on 3rd and long.
Clarity on the carry.
Just a little sweep action right here.
Little jet sweep.
Found a seam inside there.
That is a complete pass. Hammers 1st and 10, ball at the 39. Ball steps up in the pocket. Didn't look like he had a lot there, but somehow gains 4 yards.
Yeah, his receivers recovered, so he takes it, tucks it up the middle.
2 minutes to go. Trevor. Okay.
Second and 6. Ball. 3 wide receivers to the left. Handoff. Quillen. Quillen is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Pick up a 1.
Jammed him up inside.
That'll make it a 3rd and 5. So, an interesting development in the Coldfield Oliver Springs game. Oliver Springs had the ball with 2 minutes left, after Coalfield threw an interception, and Oliver Springs threw one of their own, and it was taken to the house.
Really?
So now Coalfield leads Oliver Springs 19-14 with 1:48 left in that game.
Interesting play call.
Ball lets it fly, and this pass is going to be picked off. Intercepted. And a flag comes out.
Blocking the back.
Evan Pyatt picks it off. I guess we'll have a hold.
Blocking the back. I don't necessarily agree with the call, but I know why they called it.
Gotcha.
The defender, or the offensive guy who turns to defender, turned to try to get around the guy, and he just kept pushing. Maybe that's what they're talking about. I thought he turned.
I got to tell you, what is the mindset in calling that play right there? Do you think that Anderson County's going to sell out on the run, so you think you catch them off guard? Because it didn't work.
No. I think the mindset was, hey, we got single coverage. Let's get out there. And so the pressure got to Ball, and he wasn't able to really step into the throw, so the throw comes up short.
So you saw the block in the back, but also a second flag was a sideline warning on Anderson County.
Well, they got excited.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Mavericks take over, 5 wide for Hensley. 3-step drop, looks over the middle, that pass is complete or dropped?
Incomplete.
Trying to get Zach Hapney.
Incomplete, brings up second down, 10. We've burned no clock. It's not okay, man. This is the kind of stuff that comes back to bite you.
6:50 left to play in this game.
Yeah, Anderson County wants to get yards. They also want to work clock right here, too.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. LaRue in the backfield. Option play again. Hensley will keep this time, and Hensley dives forward. Pickup of 8, and that'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Gets him to 3rd and short.
Hill and Carroll picks up 9.
Yeah, the end never committed to the quarterback, so Hensley is able to cut it up.
That will stop the clock? Did he go out of bounds? Why's the clock stopped?
I think they had an injury. They had to get out.
Gotcha. And now they're winding it. Hensley again sends 3 wide receivers to the boundary side. He'll run to the opposite side. Hensley with a keeper. Dives forward again.
I think he's got it.
Landon Hensley.
Yep, they're moving chains.
Hammers 1st and 10.
Clock is running, 6:21 to go on the Fox and Farley quarterfinal Friday night.
So ball spotted at the 32-yard line. Mavericks trying to ice this thing.
Do it again.
Hensley takes a snap. Hand off LaRue. LaRue bounces to the left
He's
side.
on the edge.
He has the edge. You are correct, but runs out of bounds, which will stop the clock. Pickup of 9 will make it 2nd and 1.
He was out of bounds, so they'll stop the clock. But, you'll take that for 2nd and 1.
A big difference in the second half has been for Anderson County, LaRue able to open up and get some yards on the ground.
They got him going.
Because in the first half, just 34 yards. Hensley takes a snap. He finds Wolfenbarger. That pass is complete.
That was a long pass coming off the left hash, going all the way across to outside the numbers right there.
Hensley he's a talented quarterback.
Yeah.
Whew.
Nice arm.
Hammers 1st and 10. Ball now at the 47-yard line. Pistol set. And now, Hensley will look to the sideline to get the play. As of right now, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Snap. Fakes the handoff to LaRue. Hensley will keep it himself. Now he's got LaRue as a lead blocker. Hensley with a stutter step. Picks up 2 yards.
Hensley breaking ankles. Rolls forward for a gain of 2.
Yeah, that was
I feel like I was watching
that was interesting.
Yeah, that's a whole slow-moving play there.
It was a slow developing play. It sure was.
Built up a lot of suspense. So 2nd and 8 as we have gone under 5 minutes left to play in the game. Hensley.
Mavs going to use all of this play clock.
Handoff LaRue. LaRue finds running room up the middle. They'll mark him down at the 45 of Greenville.
Yeah.
So again, they're in Greenville territory.
Just a nice maneuver through, little cut. Greenville brought on the blitz of the strong side linebacker, and LaRue was able to hit the crease.
Well, I thought they did, but they never.
And again, Anderson County taking its time. 10 seconds on the play clock. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Setting up the option again. And look at Hensley go. He runs out of bounds, but he picks up the first down, gets all the way down to the 24-yard line for another Hammers 1st and 10.
Greenville has adjusted to this option by widening that end and trying to get him in the pitch lane. And Hensley's just able to cut up inside. They're doing a good job getting tackle up to linebacker to that side, so they get outnumbered.
Green Devils want to talk about it. They take a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Hiring now for sales, delivery techs, and service techs. Find them on Indeed to apply.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
Back to the OEB Law game of the week. Auburn Springs throws an interception with 37 seconds left. It certainly looks like the Yellow Jackets are moving on to the semifinals.
That one's been a hard-fought game all night as well.
Hammers 1st and 10. Hensley takes a snap, gives to LaRue. LaRue gains up to the 21. Pickup of 3 will make it 2nd and 7.
Clock still rolling.
Greenville with just 1 timeout now.
They'll go under 3 minutes before they snap this one, I'm sure.
Go ahead and line up, guys. We screwed this up before.
20 seconds on the play clock. 3:10 on the game clock.
Come on now. Come on, line. Hold them, baby. Hold them, baby.
Hensley throws it to Small, complete, but Small goes out of bounds and stop the clock again.
First down?
Nope. Half a yard short.
It's short.
Which isn't bad. You got 3rd and short, but the clock stopped.
Yeah.
So you lose the opportunity to take more time off the clock. Still Anderson County taking its time. Hensley gets the play call. Handoff LaRue. LaRue bounces it to the left, and he tries to stay in bounds. Cannot. But he picks up the Hammers' first down. And it will be 1st and goal to go.
1st and goal at the 9.
1st and goal at the 9. Nice run. They've gotten him going the second half. And that's been the difference. Yeah, he was running as hard in the first half as he was in the second half. They've made some adjustments in their blocking scheme to get him open.
So last week, Sevier County came back from 14 down to beat Powell with under 3 minutes left in the game. What makes this different is Sevier County is a high-profile passing team. Greenville is not. So if Anderson County can punch this in, they've got to like their chances.
Absolutely.
As we get a timeout here, this timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Follow them on Facebook for appliance, specials, job postings, and more.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Anderson County, I believe, trying its best to put this one on ice. Score of interest for you. It is a final. Coalfield defeats Oliver Springs 19-14.
That's a big win for the Yellow Jackets.
Hensley on the bootleg just gets rid of it, and that pass is complete. And stops the clock after a pickup of 1. Goes to Strickland.
They were looking to the end zone. That was covered. That was about the only place he could go with the ball for a safe throw.
The only other final score that I am seeing right now is Alcoa defeats Gatlinburg-Pittman 52-7.
Yeah, that was a running clock second half, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. So here is Hensley on 2nd and goal at the 8. Hensley throws this football to Trent Strickland, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Anderson County! Mavericks now up 2 scores with 2:35 left to go in the game. Extra point is pending, but right now, without the extra point, the Mavericks have outscored the Green Devils 20-0 in the second half.
Yeah. The adjustments have worked. Those halftime adjustments have worked. They've got one down.
Oh.
Just here over on the edge of the end zone.
Yeah. Didn't see it. He was surrounded by some fans down there. Looks like stretching a leg out.
Did you say that was Ben?
That's Ben.
Yeah, the principal. He and I went through Principals Academy together.
Pride of Sweetwater.
Yes, sir.
Principals Academy is a thing?
It's a thing, yeah. It's a year-long training program you got to go through for new principals.
Didn't know that.
Then you got to do this problem of practice, big research thing you do.
Hey, somebody needs to tell them to be smart. Somebody shut them.
Cole Franklin is a player that's down, and they're working the muscle, and he seems to be in a lot of pain. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, maybe a cramp. These guys have played really hard. I know it's cold, and people say, well, this is late in the season, you ought to be in shape. But when you get out there and you're sweating and you're giving all that these guys are giving, those cramps come.
Well, and, another point to be made is a team like Greenville, they're so good. And a team like Anderson County, they're so good. They're not in these type of battles very often.
Exactly. They're not having to play 4 quarters a lot of times.
Yeah.
To beat somebody.
And that's not a knock on them. It's just like they're just that good. They just outscore opponents. It just happens. Because I mean, it's not like either of these teams have easy schedules.
No, not at all. Franklin's also their punter.
Being eased off the field. Hope he's okay. That's the kicker. Like for the punter. Oh, he's cramping bad. Look at him legs. That poor dude, man, that stinks.
Halftime, South Pittsburgh leads over Clay County 21-7.
Closer than I thought.
Yeah, if that one holds, then the Yellow Jackets of Coalfield will be heading down 75 or 27, whichever way they prefer to go.
On past Chattanooga.
Yep. Oak Ridge leads over East Hamilton 30-0. So Oak Ridge undoubtedly going to move on, and they will have a home game against the winner of Sevier County and West. With 8:27 left to go in that game, West leads over Sevier County 7-3.
Wow, defensive struggle for sure.
Yeah. Macon County up at halftime over White County 21-7. The winner of this game will have to travel to the winner of that one. Payne's extra point is up, and it is good to make it a clean 14-point lead for the Anderson County Mavericks. We've got 2:35 left to play in the quarterfinals here. 3 times this game has ended with the winner going on to win a state championship. It could happen again. Who's going to win it? Well, Anderson County's got a great shot at it. We'll see. We'll finish this thing up when we get back to the OEB Law Game of the Week.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Ray Varner Ford and Clinton's strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Experience quality and value in this pre-owned 2020 Lincoln Nautilus Reserve, $29,946. Pre-owned 2024 Ford Maverick, $39,990. 2023 Ford Expedition Platinum 4x4, $67,970. Local you trust, pre-owned vehicles you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week as we get set for another UA Local 102 kickoff here tonight. Local 102's Plumbers and Steamfitters Union out of Knoxville on North Broadway, a member of the United Association, reminding you that there is no substitute for UA skilled craftsmen. Jackson Payne will tee it up, back deep to receive for Greenville is Griffin and Quillen. And this kick is a line driver taken at the 9-yard line by Griffin. And Griffin
gets hemmed in.
And finally brought down at the 21-yard line. That's where the Green Devils will have a Hammers 1st and 10. 2:25 left on the clock. Greenville in a 2-score hole. And again, they rely on their rushing attack.
They got one timeout.
Ball back to pass. That pass is complete. And getting out of bounds is Clarity.
And the stick was injured again.
Yes, again.
No, he didn't break it. He leg whipped it.
Sabah back up to the line. Steps up in the pocket. He'll have to keep it. And he's got to try to get out of bounds, and he's going to be able to. Gets to the 39. Pickup of 8 will make it 2nd and 2. Clock stopped with 2:09.
Anderson County's playing really soft in the back end. They know the Green Devils have to get 2 scores, and they won't take time.
Yeah.
3-man rush, maybe bring a 4th rusher.
Ball back to pass, steps up in the pocket. Gets rid of it this time, and a pretty nice gain there to Clarity.
Yeah. Clarity had a nice little catch. He's just sitting out there in the zone, and he's kind of the check down.
So Greenville gets to the 39 of Anderson County.
You may see an additional rusher here now that they've crossed midfield.
10 players, 10. We got 11.
AC having to run a defender on late, and show pass! And Quillen is speared down to the ground by Cody Miller.
That was a highlight reel play right there.
That looked like Bill Goldberg.
It looked exactly like Goldberg.
Loss of 1 on the play. Well, you can't tackle any better than that.
No.
2nd 11 ball. Steps up in the pocket again, and again he's going to keep it. And he'll move the sticks.
They've got one down here in the back.
We do. For Greenville, that's Zorian Harris.
Yeah, that's Harris.
Harris, 6'1", 285.
He's one of those 2 big tackles I was talking about earlier in the game. Very talented.
See this Chuck Flashman replay. It happened behind the play. Just couldn't see what happened.
Looks like they're getting him up. Well, they're working on the knee, looks like.
Show this replay.
That was a big time hit.
All right, good to see him. As we resume play at the 25-yard line, Green Devils setting up 25 yards in the air on a Foxy Farley Friday night.
Hammers 1st and 10. Ball at the 25.
We don't have a defensive end. Oh, they moved. I was on the replay. I get that, but we've got a recheck.
1st and 15.
All right, baby, bring the noise. Here we go. Get up. Get up. Get
Yep,
up.
5-yard penalty.
Get up.
Marks the ball just outside the 30. Hammers 1st and 15.
Clock is running.
Ball calls out the play. Gets the snap. Drops. Steps up. Finally gets rid of it. And that pass is complete to Quillen. Quillen tries to get out of bounds and does.
I thought he was inbounds. I didn't think he made it out of bounds. Forward progress stopped inbounds.
A pickup of 2.
So he's going backwards at that point. That should be clock running. But what do I know?
You know quite a bit, Dan Shoemaker.
Hey, I watched the Grey Cup last week.
Oh, yeah?
The Canadian Football Championship.
A little different set of rules.
It is a little different. I can't argue with the TV. I'm watching Grey Cup because I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
2nd down and 7.
Saw some good football, Ball back to pass. Looks over the middle and off the hand of his intended target. Trying to get Griffin there. So that'll make it 3rd and 8. 46.8 seconds left to see the Chuck Fleischman replay. Griffin just got one hand on it.
Another one down.
So for Greenville, that is Lincoln Burrows.
That's their center, Lincoln Burrows.
And he's pointing to the knee area, too.
Injured on the play this center, Lincoln Burrows.
While we have a second, try to get you some more scores. Sequatchie County up on Meigs County 28-14 at halftime. Macon County up on White County 21-7 at halftime. South Pittsburgh up on Clay County 21-7 at halftime. Actually, the third quarter just kicked off there. Riverdale up on Oakland 24-21 at halftime. York Institute midway through the third up on Bledsoe County 19-7. 4:40 remains in the fourth quarter. West leads over Sevier County 7-3.
Not an offensive juggernaut.
No. That game right there is probably going to be proof that defense wins championships.
I think it may be.
Maryville in the fourth quarter leads Bearden 35-20. So Bearden putting up a much better showing this time around than the last time.
Number 50, Justin Chandler, coming in at that center spot. You hope he was getting some warm-up snaps over on the sideline while they were working on Burroughs.
It's third down.
All right.
Here we go.
3rd and 7. Ball takes the snap. Drops under pressure and sacked. Greenville's going to have to take a timeout, and Coach Spradlin does. And Greenville's going to have 4th and a lot when we get back. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances, quality appliances from brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Here we go.
Out of the timeout. 4th and, oh my gosh, I got to do the math because the stick got broke. It's 4th and 17.
4th and 17. Scoreboard will tell us now.
Yeah.
We got to look at the scoreboard.
This is for the game. Ball back to pass, throws, looked like it was tipped at the line of scrimmage, but it's complete to Quillen. Quillen drops the football. There is a fumble. Nope, there's not a fumble, but it doesn't matter. They said his knee is down, and that results in a turnover on downs. Anderson County takes over, and the Mavericks will win this football game.
I think they'll take a knee and get out. Snap it one time and be done.
And I got to tell you, I knew this was going to be a good football game coming into it, but Anderson County leads 28-14. Folks, it could have been worse than that.
Yes.
A truly dominating performance by the Mavericks.
That'll be it.
As Landon Hensley takes a knee, and the clock will run out. The Mavericks are semifinals bound after defeating Greenville in the semifinals, or the quarterfinals, for the second time.
This is, I said in the pregame was 22 a fluke, or was that or was this a step on the way to greatness? I think we saw tonight this Anderson County team responded. Really a nice win for the Anderson County team.
I'll tell you another thing. We made jokes. I said, hey, if you're going to win a state championship, get it now because Alcoa is going to be in your region next year.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, a team like Anderson County can play with Alcoa. If they played like right now, I don't know if Anderson County would win, but I'm telling you, it would be a much better game than I think people maybe believe it would be.
It would be a better game than we saw last week with Anderson County Elizabethton. And no disrespect to Elizabethton, but that game was really never in doubt after the first quarter.
No.
Alcoa, I know, could play Anderson County better than that.
Yeah. And, I mean, we have something to go off of. And, again, you mentioned the great Dallas Davis saying the only stat that matters is the score when the clock hits 0, which this matters. 28-14, Anderson County defeats Greenville. But Greenville played Alcoa earlier, and
yes,
it was kind of close in the first half, but Alcoa pulled away in the second half. Anderson County could have. I think if they could have converted all those drives in Greenville territory, they could have beaten Greenville by a very similar score that Alcoa did. And again, you know, that's just one piece of data. It doesn't really mean anything because the transitive property doesn't apply in sports. But
yeah, the distributive property or whatever, you know, when you start trying to do the correlations and the causations and the differentiation and all of that stuff, what matters is 28-14.
Yeah.
And next week, the Mavericks will be practicing on Thanksgiving, doing their walkthroughs and getting ready for their trip to Sparta or Lafayette. And right now I think Macon County's up.
Those Anderson County players must have thought that Coach Gillen played hard because they gave him an ice bath.
They iced him down.
Yeah.
Because it's so hot.
So, wow, Sevier County scored. There's a minute 7 left, and the Smoky Bears lead 10-7.
The Smoky Bears are like the cardiac kids, man. They're not going to win it till the very end.
Whew. Man, this time of year is so fun for things like that. You had the Coalfield Oliver Springs game tonight where Oliver Springs looked like they had that one in the bag. They got an interception with 2 minutes left.
Up 14-13 at that point.
Yeah, so you think, you know, all the Bobcats have to do is run this clock out. No, they throw a pick 6. And it is Coalfield moving on next week to play the winner of South Pittsburgh and Clay County. And it looked like West was well on its way, even though that game was really close. But, I mean, it was a defensive struggle. Nobody's scoring. West leads 7-3. And late in the fourth quarter, Sevier County punches a touchdown in, and now Smoky Bears lead it 10-7. Under a minute left in that game now. West looks to be about the 37, their own 37. So, gracious, great game out that way. And then our game tonight, just fantastic. And we were given some final stats. Waylon LaRue finishes with 111 yards tonight after only having 34 in the first half. That's a big deal. Now, another big deal, Carson Quillen had 103 yards at the end of the first half, and he finishes with 116. So Anderson County holds him to 13 yards on 10 attempts. Wow.
1.3. I can do that, man.
Yeah. That's incredible. Yeah, I mean, that's a huge story. The Mavericks able to contain Quillen. Now, Caden Ball rushed 14 times, and it looks like he gained 60 yards on 14 rushes in the second half. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's 60 plus, what did we say, 14?
Yeah.
That's just 70 yards rushing in the entire second half.
Yeah, the adjustments that they made both defensively and offensively really got them on track. I felt like Greenville was on track second quarter when they went up 14-7, and I thought, okay, these guys have got it figured out. But Anderson County went in halftime, made some key adjustments, took some chances. With some of the things they were calling on defense. And sometimes you got to do that. I mean, you can sit back and let them run over you, or you can go get them. And I've known Coach Lambert for a long, long time. He's going to go get them.
And what we're not talking about that I thought maybe we would be talking about this time of game, the turnover from Anderson County in that first half.
Yes.
The Mavericks, you think maybe could have gone up at that point and then could have had a tie game at the end of the first half. You don't turn the ball over right there. Thought that might come into play late in this game. Turns out Anderson County took care of business second half, and that didn't matter. They erased it.
Exactly. They were able to overcome that. That killed what I thought was a very productive drive up into that point. You overcome the adversity, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes the ball's not going to bounce your way. Sometimes you're going to, make the bad play, but you overcome it. Tim Elrod, I think, said it best, when he was on. 48 minutes is a long time. This is a long game. There's 4 quarters to play, and you got to play all 4 of them.
Yeah, he said it would be a fourth quarter game, and really it turned out to be, because Anderson County scored 14 points in the fourth quarter, and guess what they won by? 14 points.
14 points. There you go.
So it was a 14-point spread, but Elrod was correct that it turned out to be a 4-quarter game. So I want to maybe hopefully get to the conclusion of this West game. There's 17 seconds left.
We'll be doing a game next week.
So we will.
We will be doing a game next week.
We will be doing a game next week. We can tell you that for certain. South Pittsburgh leads over Clay County with 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter, 28-13. Oak Ridge defeats East Hamilton 30-6. Macon County up on White County in the third quarter, 21-13. And Sevier County has West at a 4th and 20 right now with 10 seconds left.
One sad story to come out of this game is the best set of down markers I've ever seen in the history of my coaching career were ruined tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, that one stick that told you how many yards you needed for the first down bit the dust.
We'll have to have a memorial for it.
I see it laying over there. It's about at the 18-yard line over on the far sideline over there. It looks so pitiful.
I think it's disrespectful to just leave them laying out there,
Oh, yeah.
Take it somewhere. Take it somewhere.
Okay.
West has a first down.
Well, they got 4th and 19. They got a first down.
4th and 19, convert.
And they've got a first down at the 29-yard line. And right now, there's 2.7 seconds on the clock. So, oh boy, that'd be a long field goal, especially in the cold. But if that's what they choose to do here, they could tie it up, send it overtime. At that point, then I'm just going to tell you, catch what happens with the Friday night scoreboard show.
Scoring update. Macon County's up 28-13. They've scored another touchdown.
So if Macon County holds on, then that's where Anderson County will have to go next week. Oh, they're measuring. We don't know if he got the first down or not.
Oh.
Got it by the nose of the football. So West will have a first down at the 29-yard line with 2.7 seconds left. They got to run their kicker out, right?
I think you got to take the kicker out there.
So you're looking at you're probably a 44-yard field goal.
I mean, if he's even anywhere close, I think that's what you got to do.
That's big. It's cold. You notice the kickers tonight, like Jackson Payne, for instance, I don't know that he made it to the end zone one time on any of his kickoffs.
No. As that air gets cold, it gets dense, right? So it's thicker. more viscous, I guess, is the scientific term I would use for the ball to go through.
You're getting sciencey.
Getting sciencey, yeah.
I like it.
And so the viscosity of the air at an ambient temperature of 42 degrees.
Now I heard all about this at the with the Deflategate controversy.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you got the what's it called? The gas law.
Oh, Boyle's law, or
no? It was I don't know. Anyway,
Pascal's.
I believe this is going to be a 46-yarder from the left hash. It's up.
Good.
And it's good. That game's going to overtime. West and the Smoky Bears.
West.
Unbelievable. All right, I'm not going to stick around for the end of that game. I'm going to go off the air. We'll just catch the Free Medical Clinic Friday night scoreboard show, and they'll keep you up to date on what that score is. But also, our friends with Rivalry Thursday have that, so you can Google that, watch that on YouTube or at the Rivalry Thursday website. Check out our Facebook, the Twitter, BBB Communications, and we'll tell you where we're going to go next Friday night. We've already got some phone calls in, so we have an idea, but we are going somewhere. We know that for certain. So we'll be Black Friday shopping for a good game.
There you go.
So, all right. Well, big night tonight for Anderson County. The Mavericks defeat Greenville 28-14. They move on to the semifinals. There are 4 teams left, or there will be 4 teams left after tonight in all classifications in the public schools, and Anderson County is one of them. So for Tim Elrod, I will say go Mavs, and that'll do it for us. So for Brad Jones, Dan Shoemaker, cameraman Chandler back in the studio, I am Aaron Harvey. Oh, yeah. Naomi back on the camera for us tonight. Naomi Jones. So a shout-out to her as well. And we're saying we'll see you next week. Until then, so long, folks.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team that gets the job done. It's Ford commercial truck season at Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, where our strong lineup is built for power and performance. Step up your game in this new 24 F-150 4x4 Super Crew, $46,997. Transit 250 cargo van, $50,950. 24 Ford Maverick XLT Hybrid, $28,929.
Local you trust, performance you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
What does strength in numbers mean to you? At Covenant Health, it means we see nearly 2.2 million visits annually. It means our 13,000 dedicated experts are all working together for a common goal. With over 150 locations throughout East Tennessee, you'll always find an open door to care, because we are committed to being the first, best, and strongest choice for the one number who matters most. You. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.